Check 1 2. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Michael DiNicola. As always, I am your most humble illustrator. Let me take this moment, get this out of the way. Time to thank my patrons: Sarah, Victoria, Danielle, Pernira, Na, Brian Cruz, LK Bong, Sweet Breebs, Sweet Breeba-chan, Samantha, Batman Lady. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all helping me keep the lights on here at here in my little cave of wonders. Here in my little cave of blunders. Welcome. Welcome, Black. Today, welcome, Black. How rude. Highly offensive. Welcome back. If you're hearing my voice while I'm live, thank you. And if you're watching this on the replay, on the VOD, double thank you. I really appreciate you checking in. Today I plan on finishing this piece, which I have been I've been working on it all last week. And when I say all, I mean I like haphazardly doodled on it while mostly just talking shit on here. So like the last few streams have been primarily me goofing off on stream, shooting the shit with my friends and having fun, just being a silly dumbass, rather than actually getting any work done. So it's not been great. Not been great. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but as far as art is concerned, I've been the opposite of prolific. I've been nolific. Also, it's fucking another excruciatingly hot ass day here in New York City. No fun. And the humidity, as always, I feel like the humidity was like in the 50s today. Let's see what it is now. Alexa, what's the humidity?
Right now, the humidity is 49%.
All right, so it's 49%, so it's 50. Still sucks. Even though it's like 80 degrees out, that's still, that extra 50% makes it feel like it's sweltering because everything is wet. All right. Enough dilly-dallying, friends. Let's actually, I think I'm ready to color this thing. I think that's one of the reasons why I've been procrastinating, is because coloring is not one of my strong suits. So I've been color reluctant. Because, you know, so for example, this perspective that I did, I just sketched off the top of my head, and there's inconsistencies everywhere, but it gets the job done. What's up, Raytor? You know, it's close enough. But colors, man, when it's time for me to color, I just... Oof. It's quite the task. Is that Eva Green? It does kind of look like Eva Green. You know, sure, why not? Let's pretend it's Eva Green. It's, how old is Eva Green? She's still hot, right? She hasn't aged out. You know, I saw her in that movie, Dumbo. She still had it then. But also it's Hollywood, right? So it's makeup and lighting and hair and fucking outfits and all that shit, dude. I feel like they can make anybody look good. Hey Alexa, how old is Eva Green?
Eva Green is 41 years old and was born on July 6, 1980.
40? No shit. I would have guessed she was older. Prador, what's up, Prador? What's up, KG? What were you all up to this weekend? I doubt they could make me as hot as Eva Green. Of course, I'm a dude. 41 is still young. Sure, in the grand scheme, yeah. But you know, I thought she was like in her. I thought she was like mid 40s, maybe later. But no, listen. You never know when it comes to Hollywood, man. I feel like once you turn 35 in Hollywood, if you've been playing the femme fatale or whatever the love interest, I feel like once you're on the other side of 35, it's troublesome. What's up, Val? How are you? Val, what'd you get into this weekend? Val, were you watching more anime this weekend? Hey, Vitamins. What's up, Vitamins? All right, let me see if I can, let me see if I could flatten some of these, layers. Yeah, 35 is usually a particular mile marker. Well, at least in Hollywood. I feel like, you know, I would be surprised if certain job opportunities start to dry up after you're a certain age in Hollywood. I've been watching more anime this weekend. Almost done with My Hero Academia. Holy shit. I still never got past season 2. How many seasons are there? Have you been watching it dubbed or subbed? Haven't seen the Black Widow movie. I think it's good. I think it's good and it's fun. But I think a lot of people had mixed opinions about it. It's 5 seasons and they're like dubbed. No shit, dude, you're watching it dubbed. That's supposed to be sacrilegious for those fucking hardcore weebs. Because anytime I tell the weebs that I'm watching it dubbed, they're like, they gasp in shock. It's just easier to do other things in life when you don't have to stare at the screen. You know, maybe you want to clean up. Maybe you want to send a text. Maybe you want to watch an Instagram story. I don't know, man. Maybe you want to check your email or something. I don't know. Maybe you want to play a mobile game while you listen to fucking Deku fucking scream and cry. I know, I just do other things while watching, so I can't read subtitles. You mean you don't want to read while watching TV? I fucking hate reading while watching TV. I'll do it under protest. I'll do it if there's no other fucking choice because it's gonna look weird. I don't mind. Anime is easy. Anime is like, who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, some things get lost in translation, but you know what, dude? I'm watching what happens on screen. It's fine. And also, who's to say, by the way, because I've heard people say, oh, well, in the subtitles it says this, but in the dubbed version it says that. And those are two different things. And I'm like, well, how the fuck do you know that the subbed version is correct versus the dubbed version? Maybe the dubbed version got it right, and the people who translated the sub got it wrong. Anyway. Every now and then I'll watch a movie with subtitles because it's like so good, you kind of have to. Like, I heard that TV show Dark is good enough to watch with subtitles. I heard, I think there's a TV show, Lupin is also a French show, good with subtitles. But it's not something I want to do. It's only something I have any interest in doing. KG, what are you watching dubbed? Or subbed, rather? I'll watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon with subs. Sure. Only because I'm way more inclined to watch a live action with subtitles. Because it's one thing to dub anime, where the lips are like whatever, who gives a shit. But when you're watching a human being make words, make sounds with their mouth, and those aren't the correct sounds that are coming out of their mouth, it looks so strange. It's so weird. It like takes me out of it. You know, like their mouth is doing something like this, and they're talking like something else. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, that doesn't look right. It's freaking me the fuck out. True, dubbing live action is completely different. Yeah, I was gonna watch that show, Dark. I had plans to watch that show, Dark, and then I tried watching it, dubbed, and it was weird as shit. It was weird as fuck. So I shut it off, and I thought, you know what? I'll come back to this. I just don't want to watch subtitles right now. And you know what I did? I never came back to it. My problem with subs is that I miss things on screen because I'm looking at the bottom. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'd be like, oh, especially if, God forbid, you're not a quick reader. I like to draw while watching something, so I can't really be reading all the time. But the other ones that I've seen subtitles, but whatever, watch it however you want. The only time I generally watch anime subtitled is when I don't have a choice. So, you know, like there's a new season out, and Crunchyroll hasn't uploaded the dubbed version, or they haven't even made the dubbed version yet, and I don't want to be the guy who misses out. Like, especially with Attack on Titan. Like, I didn't want to hit any spoilers because, you know, everybody was shouting about it. Plus, sometimes the voice actors they get for dubs don't work well with the screen actor. Yeah. But there's like these catchphrases in Japanese from certain animes that I don't want to miss, so that's why most of the time I watch them subbed. Catchphrases? Japanese catchphrases? Plus, sometimes the voice actors they get for dubs. What's up, Abby? Like the voices are screaming, but on screen they're just talking. Are you talking about live action or an anime? Sometimes the dubbing is incredible. The dubbing in Spanish for Naruto is so well done. It's beautiful. Like famous anime phrases in Japanese. I don't know anything about famous phrases. I don't know anything about famous Japanese phrases. Whenever I hear, I'll tell you this much. Whenever I hear a non-Japanese person saying things in Japanese, I almost immediately lose respect for them. Almost immediately. Not necessarily these types of words. But yes, when I hear like white or whatever ethnicity, whatever non-Japanese ethnicity, and I'm not saying it's one thing, all right, hey, listen, you know, I'm learning Japanese, I've been to Japan, I've got a love of the culture, something like that, you know, I've got a Duolingo where I'm learning Japanese. That's different, right? Sure. Fine. I get it. You got to love the language, trying to learn the language. But I'm talking about weebs. I'm talking about weebs that like live their everyday life saying stupid Japanese weeb shit. I'm 100% going to lose respect for you. It's embarrassing. It's really fucking cringy as shit, dude. It makes my skin crawl. It's just gross. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Yeah, no. You know how many cutesy girls I've seen on the social media? I think they're being so fucking adorable by like spouting like fucking anime lingo. Because that's where they got it. It's like you're gonna be fucking embarrassed for yourself. Years from now, you're gonna look back, you're gonna find a video of you dancing around like a moron chanting Japanese slang that you picked up from an anime. And you're gonna want to fucking jump out of a window. And you should. How dare you? Dub anime is superior to sub, Fancy. This way you don't learn any Japanese. Yeah, you know what? If you watch all your anime dubbed, then this way you never run the risk of repeating any Japanese words and coming off super cringe. Like, I've come across TikTok audios that are from certain animes and I don't recognize it, and then I watch the anime and I'm like, oh, it's from this show. I think that's cool. Tingles my brain. Get out of here. Or like understanding Japanese references after you watch the anime. Nah. You know what? I don't need it. If I was one of those types of people who like really like love Japan, I don't know, man. Maybe if I had yellow fever or something and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to go to Tokyo and get my dick sucked by some fucking geishas or whatever the fuck people think before they go to Japan and they're weebs. But that's not me. I wouldn't mind going to Tokyo. I think that would be fucking awesome. That's definitely on my bucket list to do sometime before I die. But I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna be a fucking tourist, man. I'm gonna have fucking Google Translate. I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot. But yeah, I'm gonna go there American style. I'm not gonna go there fucking like calling people senpai and shit like a fucking moron. Tokyo is so much fun, says Keiji. Yeah. Tokyo is the dream. To live there or just go there? Because apparently the Japanese don't like foreigners, by the way. So like, what they like foreigners as far as they want your money and they want your tourism, but if you're a non-Japanese person, a foreigner, there are certain places in Japan that you can't go to. They have separate entrances for foreigners, or as a foreigner, you're just not allowed in that establishment whatsoever. They'll physically remove you from that place if you're a non-Japanese person in this establishment. Those little motherfuckers can be real. They could be real fucking nationalistic. Oh, I thought they really like foreigners. No. That's what they'll have you believe, but that's not true. As long as you stick to the places where they do like foreigners, like certain areas of Tokyo, Osaka, if you stick to the touristy places, you'll be fine. They want your business. But there are definitely places where you should not go as a foreigner. You won't be appreciated. Matter of fact, dude, my friend was robbed in Japan. My friend was robbed in Japan by a couple of Japanese dude a couple of years ago. But it's because he had a few too many drinks and he wandered into a part of Japan where he shouldn't have gone. And they fucking hustled him. Fucking stupid idiot. My friend Dave Rivera, who's actually married to a Japanese woman. They are an island nation. What do you expect? What's up, Dembina? Welcome. Can you ask? You can ask whatever you want. There's no guarantee I'll answer, but nothing's stopping you from asking. Wait, Keiji, how'd you end up in Japan? Of all places. Keiji, you were born in Japan? Oh, fuck. Military base? Were you born in a military base, Keiji? Were you born right in the barracks? On the floor of one of the barracks, Keiji? Banzi says it all started with Pearl Harbor. Army Bands use this army, baby. What's the what's the U.S. military occupation look like in Japan? Let's see. The United States Air Force and the United States forces. What the fuck? United States Forces Japan. Do the U.S. have military bases in Japan? Torii Station is currently the most important military base run by the United States of America in Japan. It is the home of the U.S. Army. It is located close to Okinawa. Although the profile of the military base is also used for civilian needs. Hey, Dimbina. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to be honest with you, dude. This is not... I'll check my posture. Thank you. But, dude, I'll be honest with you. This is not a stream for the underaged. You see, this stream is marked 18 plus. So, Dembina, I'm gonna have to ask you to, skedaddle.
Asterisk types T in browser asterisk.
Oh shit, Mid-Dream LA. Mid-Dream LA. It's been a year and a month. It's been, I'm sorry. It's been 3 years and 1 month worth of subscription to me. Dude, I can't believe I've been streaming for that long. It's insane. Also, dude, I saw you, hanging out with fucking, Jupiter's Legacy, man. You were hanging out with the fucking Utopian, Josh Duhamel. Hey, when you were hanging out with Josh Duhamel, were you like, hey, are you Timothy Oliphant? Because the other day I was looking at Timothy Oliphant and Josh Duhamel. And they look exactly the fucking same. Dude, isn't Josh Duhamel like 6'3" or 6'4"? Hey, guys, big dude. Yo, Midroom, check this out. Come on now. Listen, they don't look exactly this. They don't look exactly the same, but I mean, fucking Christ, man. Again, they don't look exactly the same, but you know, Timothy Oliphant. What the fuck, man? Josh could be... Oh, yeah, no. Josh is like 2 or 3 inches taller and he's much bigger. But the face, man, so similar. Yes, Timothy Oliphant is a dude from the Santa Clarita Diet. Timothy Oliphant was also in The Mandalorian as the sheriff of some town on Tatooine. Josh Duhamel was in a bunch of other shit, which I can't remember. But most recently, he was in Jupiter's Legacy, where he played the Utopian. Is he nice? Bitdream, is he a nice guy? Holy shit, dude. We have 50,000 soldiers in Japan. Wait, how many military... All in all, more than 80,000 U.S. troops. This is from March of this year. All in more than 80,000 U.S. troops are deployed in Japan and South Korea. Oh, and South Korea. In Japan alone, the U.S. maintains more than 55,000 deployed troops, the largest forward deployed U.S. force anywhere in the world. Now, some people might call that a military occupation, but not here in America. Here in America, we just call that good old-fashioned world policing. America. Does the U.S. protect just Japan? By this treaty, the USFJ, which is the United States Forces Japan. So I'm assuming after Pearl Harbor and after we nuked, I don't know, how many people died in Hiroshima and Nagasaki after we nuked them to the oblivion? How many families did we nuke? Anyway, after we massacred all those Japanese, we just decided to stay put. We said, hey, Japan, you know what? You know how you were empire for all these thousands of years? No more. There's a new empire in town. It's America, and we're not leaving. So the U.S. Forces Japan is responsible for the defense of Japan. As of 2013, there are approximately 50,000 U.S. military personnel stationed in Japan, along with approximately 40,000 dependents of military personnel and another 5,500 American civilians employed there by the United States Department of Defense. Why does Japan not have a military? I think we all know the answer to that question. Japan was deprived of any military capability after being defeated by the Allies in World War II and was forced to sign a surrender agreement presented by General Douglas MacArthur in 1945. It was occupied by U.S. forces and had only a minor domestic police force on which to rely for domestic security and crime. Oh well. Oh wells. Oh, but here's another thing. Why are troops in Japan? U.S. military bases in Japan were seen as essential to containing communist expansion, especially since the Soviet Union, China, and North Korea were considered a monolithic threat. Yeah, fuck you, you fucking dirty communist cunts. Right, Mid-Dream? Fucking communist shill bastards. Oh, he's super sweet, real nice. He did a little striptease for me, it was great. That guy must be huge, right? With the abs and all that? I think they're there to be ready for Korea. Like, we're welcome there for sure. Well, here's the other thing, right? It probably sucks that, you know, you misbehaved 80 years ago, and now your country is still being babysat by the largest military on the planet. So that's probably weird, right? It's probably weird to be a nation without being able to form a military and have, you know, the U.S. military, like about 100,000 of them between civilians and military troops, just there. I will say this though. Americans are crazy. Think about this. We were attacked on 9/11, right? A couple thousand people died. And those people that waged the attack were Saudis and Afghanis, well, at least at the very least backed by the Saudi Arabians. And what did we do? We staged a 20-year war in Iraq. And we deposed their leader because reasons. That's just a thing we did. We said, hey, this is what we're doing now. And then we did it. And then we got to say, job well done. Anyway, what I'm saying is, if anybody were to attack Japan, I'm assuming we'd go crazy, right? Listen, it's a military-industrial complex for a reason, dude. There's a whole bunch of congressmen who, you know, listen. They're just looking for an excuse. They're just looking for an excuse to fire up the machine again. They are millionaires because of the complex. Oh yeah, no. And not even discreet about it, man. Remember Cheney and Halliburton? Dude, Cheney was on the fucking board of Halliburton. Cheney used to he was like one of the executives of Halliburton. Then like he stepped down, but he was still a major shareholder in Halliburton. Halliburton, who just by chance happened to get the largest war contracts in fucking Iraq and Afghanistan. Are you out of your fucking mind, dude? Only in America could such a blatant corruption happen and just be swept under the fucking rug. Anyway, so yes, God forbid anyone were to actually attack Japan. It'd be sheer mayhem. So I guess Japan could be in worse spots, right? And hello, person whose name I can't pronounce. Agnes? Khan? I have no idea how to pronounce your name, sir or ma'am. Or them. Wargo brr. Yeah, no, Wargo brr. Anyway, I don't know how we went from talking about watching subbed versus dubbed anime to the US military occupation of Iraq and Afghanistan. Anyway, this is a drawing stream, generally. Now, who am I kidding? Fucking more than half the time I'm not even drawing. Hey, Midrim, you still here? Do you like anime, right? I wonder if Midrim has ever had sex with a Japanese woman. I bet he has. What color were we thinking? Well, this character, she's got her own colors. She's got her own colored scheme. I've had sex with every woman. You watch dubbed anime? Damn, how do you feel about the geopolitical quagmire that is in the Middle East? That's pretty much how it happened. Dude, you know, I saw on TikTok. Now, this isn't my TikTok. I follow a lot of attractive women on Instagram who, they have grandiose illusions about their own intellect, as well as the reason why people are following them on social media. Let's be honest, right? If you've got a cute face and a fat ass, and that's primarily what you post, well, that's primarily what your audience is interested in, not your own hot takes on geopolitical conflicts. But sure enough, they love posting these genius women. They love posting those little infographics and shit. And also, they've now taken to posting TikTok videos of people lecturing you, uninformed, obviously, about certain geopolitical conflicts. And that's what they post. So it'll be like ass shot, lingerie shot, or whatever. Or like, here's me wearing a bikini at the pool. And then it'll be like, TikTok, like progressive hit TikTok, info dump take. My name is from a character from the anime Tower of God. It's pronounced Kyun. Man, I'm gonna call you KAA. Don't get me wrong. I have a newfound love and appreciation of anime and manga. I do. However, when it comes to Japanese pronunciation, I fucking can't, dude. I still pronounce it anime and manga instead of manga. Anyway, I was looking at this one woman's Instagram the other day, and she was posting nothing but Hawaiian, like native Hawaiian TikTok. And apparently there's a group of Hawaiians, indigenous Hawaiians, who they don't like what happened to their nation. And you know what? I was actually like, you know what? This is fair. This is fair. Most indigenous populations got really fucked by their imperial conquerors, right? It just happens. Everybody who was touched by Portugal or Spain or the United States or England or France, wherever, man. When the Western colonies got to work, the indigenous people got thrown out the fucking proverbial window. Globally, right? Or the Australians, right? There is an indigenous population on this planet that made out like gangbusters. But apparently, apparently there are a few Hawaiians that are still pissed because I think in the early 20th century, late 19th century, essentially America came in and was like, hey, this is ours now. Hey, Hawaiians, here, put this lei on while we dethrone your queen and take all these islands for ours. And congratulations on statehood, by the way. You are ours. You belong to us, nation and peoples. And yeah, so apparently there's a bunch of Hawaiians who, they're like, hey, we're not a state. You're an illegally occupying force. And I thought, you know what? They're not wrong, but there's no fucking way the United States is ever going to let Hawaii go. And I looked at the demographics because I was curious. I was like, how many native people are on Hawaii? Right? I think there's like 10%. So like 90% of 90% of their like several million out of the several million people I think that operate within the islands are like non-Hawaiians. So like white people, Asians, and everything else in between. I'm like, oh no, you're fucked, dude. You're fucked. You're about as fucked as the natives here and the natives up north in Canada, the First Nation people. Yeah, listen, it sucks, but Imperial America turned your island nation into their personal Disneyland. And that's it. And that, apologies. Oh, anyway, KA says, do you have any tips for shading a character's hair? Well, it depends on what kind of style so like the way I would shade a character's hair versus the way mangaka would, or a American comic book artist, or a painter, somebody who does digital painting would. It's all different. But I will say this: the one consistent truth when it comes to shading anything is knowing your light source, knowing where your light source is hitting. Even take my greasy fucking sweaty hair from today, right? I've got a ring light that's hitting my collarbone and shoulders here, and it's also providing a rim light. So it's kind of outlining me, right? So like where the light hits the edges of my hair. So it's lighter at the top and then darker towards the front. And then if I were to step, or if maybe here, I'll increase this. I'll increase this bright ass light. I'll shut this one off. See, now it's the opposite. Now the light is catching the front of my head and the back is dark. And my face is full suit. Again, it's super bright. But you understand my meaning now, right? Lighting is everything. So it's imperative, whatever you're shading, you know your light source, because your light source will dictate all of it. And and also think about the idea of why you're shading anything to begin with. Generally speaking, you're usually shading something to give it depth, right? Why are you giving it depth? Well, because as a two-dimensional artist, you are trying to trick the viewer into believing that what they're seeing in 2 dimensions is actually in 3 dimensions, which is a lie. But you want to perform a convincing lie, right? That they're looking at a 3-dimensional object on a 2-dimensional surface, and part of that is recreating lighting. So yeah, figure out how to light your character, and then copy a shading style that you like. Whatever your style you're trying to work in. If it's more an anime or manga or whatever. Lighting is everything, especially when you fuck an ugly chick. Lights off. Also, by the way, I've never had sex with an ugly woman, Link, unlike yourself. Link, how are the Quebec ladies, man? How's French Canada treating you? No, I'm kidding, dude. I don't even know what Link looks like. Poor Link. Link, what do you look like? Joke's on you, I've never had sex. Is that true? Are you like, you know who else never had sex? Frankie Lynch. Frankie Lynch also never had sex. No shame, by the way. If anybody's listening and they are a virgin, no shame. Especially if you're more asexual and that's your jam. God bless you, man. There's some days I wish I wasn't such a fucking horny pervert. Dude, the other day I had sex and I jerked off twice in the day. I think I woke up, jerked off, conducted my day, had sex at some point in the day, and then at nighttime around like 3 a.m. I jerked off a second time. That's too much, man. I'm in my 30s. What the fuck, man? I look alright, I guess. Yeah, still virgin. Listen, putting your genitals inside someone else's genitals is no big deal. Especially in the grand scheme of things, right? In the grand scheme of things that make somebody a worthwhile human being. How much genital that they've, how many genitals that they've tasted, sampled, penetrated. It's so low on the list of things that matter. If you really think about it. No one's ever like, oh man, today's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I'm just like, man, that guy, he barely got any pussy. Right? Nobody be like, ooh. Never mind, this guy was a hero up until then. You know? Or nobody's ever like, Abraham Lincoln, man, that guy had a big cock. He fucked a ton of fucking old-timey bitches. No, man. It's a fun anecdote. It's not a bad way to spend your time, generally speaking, as long as you're safe. But overwhelmingly, it's so not important. My husband came home for the first time in 7 months, and it was a little jarring to go from zero sex to all of it. I wasn't used to human contact like that. Was your husband deployed? I'd imagine that would be jarring, from zero sex to like lots of sex, because I'd imagine they also weren't having sex for that month, so they were hungry. Hungry for that booty. I really derailed the convo, did I? No, dude, this whole stream is me just waiting to derail the conversation to get into another conversation. It's like we're playing, it's like we're doing a relay race. Like I said, Link Tuts, before you came in here, we went from talking about weebs to talking about the Iraq-Afghanistan 20-year war conflict. What the hell are you talking about? Genital touching is amazing. Listen, it's fun. It is. It's a great way to pass the time. Listen, man. It's a great way to connect with a person that you love. However, it's far from the most important way you connect with somebody. And two, in the grand scheme of what makes somebody a worthwhile individual, it's not. I wouldn't even say it's top 5 on the list of things that people should give a shit about when it comes to, life. Like when you're dead and your family is giving you your eulogy, are they going to tell you how kind and how generous and how caring and giving you were, or are they going to talk about how much dick you slung? They're going to be like, oh, here lies so and so. He was a cunt. He was a booze bag, a liar, a cheat, a manipulator. He was abusive, but fuck, man, that guy, he fucked like a machine. Yeah, a great hobby. True, but that shit is dope. Listen, again, super fun. Super fun. Big fan. I'm a big fan myself. But, you know, there's some days, man, where I wish, like I said, I wish I wasn't so horny all the time. Because, dude, sometimes, yo, I don't know how it happens to you guys, but sometimes with me, man, the horny will just hit. Like, I'll be, like, normal-minded the whole day. And then it's like a wave, man. I'm like, oh, man, I gotta fucking bust these nuts. I gotta bust these fucking nuts. I feel you. Burns many a calorie it does. I too enjoy ding ding in my pastime. It's a team effort workout. I mean, if it's an impressive amount, maybe. Rummadump was a good friend, but an absolute cock gobbler. You know? Damn, dude. Absolute fiend for the ding ding. Yeah, no, actually, I went to a funeral on Friday. I don't know if I told you guys. Before Friday's stream, I went to a funeral. It was a person who died of COVID. I don't want to get into too. It was, you know, listen, it was a family thing. I don't want to get too into detail, but they were 95 years old, so not like a surprise. But you know, at the funeral, at the gravestone, listening to people give little impromptu little anecdote stories about this person, like, oh my god, back when I was a kid, yada yada yada, or oh my god, this person, they helped them do this, they were, you know, it was all about how kind and generous this person was. And actually, you know, now that I'm in my 30s, I've been to a fair amount of wakes and funerals. And, you know, I mean, I've seen all of my grandparents and great uncles and aunts get put in the ground. At this point, there are none left. And it's honestly, it's interesting to see who you can usually tell who was like an okay person and who was like a really good person. And you could usually, and it's not like people like go out of their way to be like, this person sucked or this person was awesome, but you can usually tell by how many people, not how many people are there, because that's, you know, that's neither here nor there. They can keep a small amount of a group of friends, but like be very kind and generous. But it's how those people that show up react to their passing. And this is one of the nicer ones where everybody had something nice to say and like couldn't wait to tell you how great this person was and how sad it is now that they're not here anymore. But it was really beautiful sentiment. Anyway, that got me thinking about, yeah, the important things in life. Hey, Bonham, when was the last time you got... Wait, dude, Bonham, didn't you go like 2 years without having sex? And then you started busting your nuts in that half Asian broad? I think it's so easy for you men to just bust a nut when you need to. You mean like inside a person, or you just mean in general? Like, oh, I'm gonna come, so let me just rub this one out real quick. Dude, I knew a kid in high school that was so fucking horny all the time. He lived on the 6th floor of an apartment building in New York City. And he said he once got in the elevator, shut the elevator door, hit 6th floor apartment, and the elevator ride up, he jerked off in the elevator, and like right as the door opened, he came inside like the elevator shaft, like right between the fucking two doors. Which, by the way, can't be good for the elevator. Also, it's gotta suck for the maintenance guy comes in. It's like, is that a cum stain on the fucking gears? But it is impressive, dude. That's so quick, man. It's like the quickest gun in the West. That's a Steam, right, dude? That's like a little PlayStation trophy, dude. You get the little bling, and it's like reward unlocked. Fastest cum in the East. Wait, Coffee, is that what you're talking about? Guys can like jerk off super easy whenever they want? Or are you talking about like something else? What's up, Elizabeth? Elizabeth was complimenting me on my Pokemon Go status. Elizabeth said, she said, Mike.
Stop, brother. I'm making sandwiches.
Elizabeth said, Mikey D, you're so cool and awesome. You're such a high-level Pokemon Go player, Mikey D. And I was like, you're right, woman. I am. Comes faster than his shadow. Yeah, kind of, dude. Oh my fucking god, no. I said, how the fuck? Shh. Listen, you tell your story the way you want. I tell your story the way I want. Liz, unless you want to get on voice chat, woman. Or coffee. Coffee. You're more than welcome to get on voice chat if you want. Meanwhile, I've met guys that either can't finish the first time around or just choose not to finish. Dude, that's me. I've got like this weird mental hang up where I can't let myself relax enough or like chill out enough to bust my nuts. Or there have been times where like I'm too in the moment and I just I lose control, not super quickly, but like if normally I could go to like maybe like an hour or so without dropping a load to be discussing about it, there have been times where I finished in like 5 minutes or like maybe like less than 10. But
wow, this is a very, very strong big load.
But you know, that's how you
Dropping loads.
Listen, that's how you end up at CVS in the middle of the night spending $50 on Plan B. Yeah, am I right, Eric Bonham?
This is a huge load. What the hell?
Hi, Mikey.
What's up, V?
How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm just procrastinating. Oh, hey, look, my friend
Thanks
AJ's
for
here.
that.
My friend AJ says, drawing and listening to you is always hilarious, says Tony Mo. Yo, Tony, are you doing a Eternal Con this year? Or any of those? Wait, Eternal Con is happening like in a month. Are you doing any of those local New York City cons? Rumba Dump says, before my husband and I were officially dating, he was just a booty call at the time. He could never get over that mental block to finish. It took a few months before he could. Yeah, no, like again, I don't get soft. I don't lose my hard on. I stay hard, but I just can't bust my nuts sometimes. It's like, yeah, no, it's like a mental block.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, people keep telling me like, oh no, the
hard.
blue balls thing is a myth that doesn't exist. Like, that's just like an excuse, guys. And I don't like.
No, you get blue balls as a thing. I've accidentally given myself blue balls once. There have been like once and maybe twice, 1.5 times. I took too long to come. You ever you're jerking off, but like you kind of like you hold back because you want to jerk off, but like you want it to be over too quick. You kind of want to like enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I kept kind of like I don't want to say edging, but like pretty close to edging, right? I get like real close and be like, oh no, let me look at another video. And I did that for like maybe an hour.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
And then like my balls started to like seize up almost. Like it felt like my balls started to cramp up.
That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
It fucking really
So,
hurt,
like-
dude. Yeah.
So like when they actually tell you like, oh no, you're gonna give me like blue balls, like, is that a thing? Damn.
Blue balls
People,
is a thing.
People kept telling me like, no, that's just them telling you like, just an excuse of them. I'm like, oh, keep sending notes. You're gonna give me blue balls.
It is and it isn't. So like blue balls, yes, it is a thing. No, it's not life threatening, and you know, and like if, yeah, it's a liquid that gets backed up, and if they're really in pain, just go to the bathroom and jerk off. You know, like, yeah. You shouldn't. Yeah, no. Anybody who's like, "Oh no, my blue balls," you gotta suck my dick, or else, I'm in pain or whatever. Don't Don't buy that shit.
But does it really hurt?
It does hurt. It does hurt, and it you know, it can be painful. But like again, if it is that bad, just tell them to go jerk off. It'll, you know.
You don't want to suck my dick. Get out of here.
Blue ball is real, and that shit sucks. I'm tabling at Terrificon end of the month. Terrificon. Where is that? Connecticut? Terrificon. North Carolina?
I wasn't even touching my wiener yet.
Rhode Island? Where's Terrificon? I get an extremely upset tummy if I do too much and don't finish. Wait, so if you don't come, Rump, your tummy starts to hurt?
Huh? What, you want some dick?
Crazy to me. Like, I just, whenever, like, a guy doesn't really do the job and just keeps trying, I'm like, okay, you know what? Never mind. Just stop everything. Please don't touch me anymore. It happened to me once that, like, this guy, I don't know, like, he was so excited and, I don't know, he was just doing everything wrong. Poor guy. I was trying to explain, actually, but no, he was just wasn't doing it for me. And I got upset. I was like, okay, you know what? This isn't working for me. Like, we should really stop. And he got really mad at me. And I was like, please don't touch me anymore. Because actually I got, like, pretty irritated. Like, please, can you not? Like, I just want to go home. And he kept getting mad. Like, oh, what do you... Don't want me to touch you. Like, okay, you know what? You're not doing it right. I'm sorry. And it's hurting now. Can you please get away from me? Like, poor guy. I even try to explain, like, please, just it's not you, it's really you, but like, stop, please.
Couch, dog, like.
You know, I've never, you know, I feel like, first off, that's never happened to me. I mean, I'm sure there are definitely women I've left unsatisfied. I'm not saying that, but like, I've never been asked to politely stop.
It was just starting to hurt. Like, he was so dry. I was like, there's nothing here. Just stop, please.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Rumbadum.
We never spoke again.
Damn. How'd you meet this guy?
Tinder.
Tinder shit.
Never did it again. Yeah, terrible mistake.
Mia.
It's like if
yeah,
you
it's
do.
Pretty awkward.
It's like if you gotta do too much foreplay, the tom-tom gets upset. It feels like I'm nauseous.
What?
No shit. Too much foreplay.
That's sex, Michael.
Bard Ross, how much foreplay is too much foreplay? Man, what's Colombian Tinder like? I imagine that place is a madhouse.
Oh my god, no. Terrible.
Don't touch me.
Imagine just fucking animals on there.
For gays, like for gay men, it's great. Like, I don't know what it is, but like for straight people, I've only found like trash, literally just so cringy, and they don't even talk to you, and they look like shit, and their profiles are no. It's just scary. Like, I don't even use it anymore because I just don't know if I'm gonna get murdered or raped or whatever. Like, that's creepy.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Barbara says, I don't know, but I've definitely thrown up from too much foreplay when I was 17. What happened, Bart?
Turned off for too much foreplay? I think foreplay's great. Like, well, I mean, not like, I'm not gonna stay an hour just kidding.
You threw up? Wait, you threw up from blue balls? Damn, I never thrown up from blue balls. I felt the blue ball pain sensation, but I never barked because of it.
What the fuck? That's crazy to me.
I'm surprised, by the way, because when I was a teenager, I was the dry humping champ. I was the Queens County dry humping champion, I think, when I was a teenager.
Dry humping's great.
I never busted. I had friends who like fucking.
I didn't know this was gonna be so big.
Like busted their nuts in their fucking Levi's jeans, but not me. I never actually managed to like come. I did make a girl come once, while we were dry humping. That's an achievement of mine. Young me.
I think, I think it's more like common for like girls to like get like have an orgasm by friction
Yeah.
more than like a penetration orgasm. So that I love dry pumping just by that reason, because it's just, it feels so much better sometimes. I'm not saying I don't love some dick, but you know.
Sure.
Like, sometimes it's even easier for girls to just like orgasm by
Rubbing.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's what it was. This girl, she was like humping my knee like a dog.
That's great. The dream.
Yeah. And she managed to, it was probably more, in hindsight, it was probably way more her than me. I was just present.
I was thinking, like, maybe it's because, like, we have more, like, control over the movement and where, like, we wanted to feel it, I guess.
Sure.
Like, if it's just penetration, okay, it's just going to the same place. Obviously, if you do it good, you're getting an orgasm, but when you have more control of where you want to feel it, like, I guess.
Oh shit, Barra says it's not uncommon to throw up from foreplay. I've seen 3 kids in the pediatric clinic who got sick from it.
What? What the fuck were they doing?
I guess, well, like I said, man.
Foreplay?
I guess, wait, so Bard Ross, Eric Bonham said it's a liquid buildup that causes that pain below. Is that true? Is that what causes the blue ball pain? I can't recall having blue balls.
Great.
Kind of want to try for science. Nah, dude, it hurts, man. It's the fluid buildup, yeah. It's like those guys that complain when a chick's riding them. Chicks do that gear shift grinding motion. It feels better than the pumping. You know, I definitely had this, what the fuck? This, Colombian girl, honestly, whose name I can't remember. But, she got on top and was riding and wasn't going up and down because she wanted to make herself come. What she did was she got on top and she just went to grind city, dude. She just started like fucking rocking back and forth. And I helped. I kind of like pushed my pelvis up to kind of give her some more pressure, kind of like help her grind into it a little bit more. And yeah, she had a good time. But again, she kind of took control. That's
one of the main reasons I like being on top, because it actually makes me feel like I have more control over, like I know how to move, like when, yeah, you know, like I get there faster.
Yeah, of course. It's like girls that get nauseated during their periods.
Oh, what the fuck? For real?
Link Tuts is gonna
bucket and a mop for this wet ass P word.
Link Tuts is gonna try to give himself blue balls.
Why would you do that? Why would anyone willingly do that? I mean, I guess there's a kink for everything. I don't know blue balls, but you know.
AJ says, I'm pleasuring myself to this convo right now. It's like my own personal fan fiction. How dare you?
Great to know. Wait, so like, could edging cause pain?
It must be.
If it's like, yeah, right? Like, if you do it for a long time, it could start like hurting. I don't know the line between pleasure and pain when edging.
Hey Bard Ross, what's the alleviation when a kid's like, oh my god, my balls are so blue, Bard? Dr. Bard.
Oh man, it's gonna be a big yikes from me, dog.
Help me, Dr. Bard. You're my only help.
This is a nut. That's going in my mouth.
Yeah, what's the
this
approach?
Is going in my mouth.
I mean, for one, nut. That's what I was telling Valeria rather. I was like, yeah, no, if a guy's like, I've got blue balls, you must have sex with me now.
His dick is definitely broken.
Just tell him to jerk off. Like, it's the same, it'll work the same.
Yeah, relieve the pressure.
Also, anything that improves venous drainage. So there are meds that can help. Interesting though. Interesting that Rumpa Dump says that she's had so much foreplay it's made her want to throw up.
Wait, there's meds for veins drainage? Isn't like that the contrary of like a Viagra? I don't know what a Viagra does, so but like it sounds like the other way around.
Terrificon is at Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut. Oh shit.
I might throw up.
AJ, are you splitting a table or are you getting a solo table? Are you going with the Kangas? Damn, dude. Wild. Yeah, I never understood the pain. I just know that sometimes my tummy gets a little angry when I'm too into it. That's so funny, dude.
What the hell?
Yeah, Valeria, you've never
I'm so sorry.
You never come so hard it give you a tummy ache?
Dude, I wish. Like, I wish I get to that level.
Hey, Tuok. Look at Tuok doing some research.
Imagine I want to get to the level where I can say like, oh, dude, I came so hard. My stomach started hurting. That's a dream.
I came so hard I almost puked.
That's something to brag about.
I knew a guy who was having sex with a girl that had just puked.
Oh my god, why would you get into that?
But they were drunk. Both of them were like super drunk. But they didn't stop having sex.
No. So wait, she puked while?
Yeah. So they were having sex in a car, because I think they were waiting to sober up. I think they were waiting to sober up, and they both been boozing. So like they parked the car like somewhere far away, or like for all I who knows, right? They were drunk, so for all I know, it wasn't that far away. People were watching, but they started fucking in the back seat, and the windows were open. And he says he remembers he was fucking her from behind, and she like edged up to push her head out the window and barf while they were fucking. And I think he thought it was funny or whatever, but she didn't tell him to stop, so he didn't stop.
Oh my god. That's straight up like really, you have to be fucked up to just like, oh no, I'm fine, keep going.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. That's
nasty.
that's a lot to take in, dude.
Dude, that would be enough for me. That would be like, okay, you know what? I think we've gone too far.
In Texas, they call that the barf Ross when you do that.
Oh my god.
Mike, did you hear about the patient from last week? We're rebuilding his penis. He lost it to cancer. Oh. How big are you making it?
Of course, you would ask that.
It doesn't look right. It looks unnatural.
Hey, Bellatrix, how are you? Not sure yet. That's a good question. How functional is it going to be? I'd imagine not very.
Mikey, if you could like change your dick size, would you do it? Like if they will tell you like, okay, there's this free surgery. You can make your dick bigger. Would you do it, or are you like, okay, no, I'm just not gonna step into that?
No, because like again, like I've got a medium-sized dick. Like I said, my dick is 6 inches, and it's like average girth. And I feel like my dick. Listen, if my dick is too small for you, then your pussy's too big. That's how I see it. Your pussy is too big. I'm not the right. You know, you need an extra large cock for that extra large pussy. And that's fine.
Wait, have you seen this show on Netflix? Recent show.
Wow, I didn't know this was gonna be so
Sex
big.
Life.
What life?
Sex Life, like sex/life.
No.
Have you not heard? Like, okay, so there's, like this scene where they actually show like a full frontal of a guy.
Okay.
Like they've never done like on Netflix, just like straight porn. I'd say that fucking shows you could just replace it for porn, it would be the same thing. And there's this just like a fucking minute in the episode where they just show full frontal, and it's like everyone's reactions on TikTok, like reacting to that specific moment in the show, that Netflix would actually show that.
Yeah, that's
Like,
pretty wild. I almost want to wait.
Yeah.
I want to fucking link me to that shit. I want to see it. I want to see full frontal.
Okay. It's I don't know. It's on Netflix called Sex Life Episode 3. I remember exactly the minute to this because I remember I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. Like, I want to know what the fuck they're talking about. Episode 3, 1950, like minute 19.
Wow, dude! I typed in sex life and then episode 3 recap 1950 like were like the first thing that show up.
Yeah, people like everyone's like I saw a bunch of videos of people reacting to it, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to know what the fuck are they talking about.
Let's see.
And it's not only like the full frontal, like it's just, phew, like I don't know what they're reacting to.
Adam Dimas went full frontal.
Watch this scene if you can, like, actually.
I'm trying to find it, but everybody's just doing the reaction video rather than the actual.
Oh yeah, because you don't. It's not gonna let you on Netflix.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna like. Fans go gaga over full frontal scene. Shower sex scene is a social media hit.
Yeah, dude, the whole show is just a bunch of like actual sex scenes, like really good. It's also like a female written show based on like a book, so you would imagine how corny it could get. But a lot of sex scenes.
Netflix viewers caught off guard by X-rated scene in Sex Life.
Do you think his dick is girthy?
Watching the new show Sex Life episode 3, fast forwarded 20 minutes. Wondering how fast. No wonder if Netflix tries how many times we rewind and watch again.
Yeah. Like,
right.
You've watched episode 3 of Sex Life 120 times in total.
Damn, I still can't find the video. How big is this guy's dick though? Is it huge?
Dude. Oh, and it's soft too. Like, it's huge, bro. Never seen one like that. Even soft. Like, I don't. I think that's what people like were caught off guard with. Like, ugh. Impressive.
I remember hubby asking me about my ding ding pumps and making his dong binger.
Looking for booty.
I had to explain to him that I'm a petite woman and I only have so much coochie. Mona would get a dick if it was temporary. Bardross says that's what happens when we do breast reconstruction. We're like, okay, how big do you want it? As big as possible. He'll be able to pee through it, and there's an implant that lets you inflate it to get hard. Sensation obviously isn't the same, but overall it's actually pretty decent replacement. Cool. Why y'all cock searching?
Around the offices, you've got a fat cock.
Brad's penis isn't just above Wait, Brad's penis size on Sex Life isn't just above average, it's a natural wonder according to data.
Is it bigger than average? What?
The shower scene in episode 3 of Netflix has become infamous due to its inclusion of a rare moment of full frontal male nudity. While some people suspected that the actor was wearing a prosthetic penis during the scene, he has since confirmed that it's all him.
Oh my god.
As unsuspecting viewers were given quite a generous eyeful.
Yeah. Have you found it?
No, not yet. According to the NHS, the average penis is 9 centimeters when not erect, explains the voiceover in the video. There's a lot of variation to either side of that, but the bottom line is that Cooper's not wrong to be intimidated by the competition. Take note. The stats in the video were backed up by 15,000 men. Found the average flaccid penis is 3.6 inches flaccid, and the average erect penis is 5.2 inches in length. When it comes to the circumference of the penis girth, the average when erect is 4.6 and 3.7 when not erect.
Wait, I'm gonna. Do you want me like to send a video of it? Hold on.
Sure, why not?
Okay, hold on.
Discord, Banzi posted it. Oh, Banzi. Thanks, Banzi. Banzi posted it in the
Yeah.
not safe for work. Watching Sex Life. Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo! Oh my god! This guy is built like a fucking horse, man. Yo, this is dude. This is obscene. Dude, I feel like that would tear you up.
Horse cocks.
Dude, yo,
Yeah.
dude, that's crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's insane. So everyone was like obviously doing reaction videos on TikTok, like, oh, the people reacting to episode 3, and like I had to watch it, but then like the show didn't disappoint in itself. Like I said, okay, I'm not just gonna watch this scene, like I want to know what the show's about. And well, everything else, the rest of the scenes are just crazy too. Like they don't really mind showing everything.
I mean, you see that in porn. What's the big deal? I mean, like, dude, that guy's bigger than most porn stars. Porn stars have big, but like that's the stuff that you see in like the freakish porn, like freaky, like monster dong. That's like my cousin's dick. What? How do you know how big your cousin's dick is, dude? What, it burst out of his thing like the Hulk?
Why would you need to, like, that's kind of weird. You dig yourself in a hole saying that.
Locker room. That moment when the dick is bigger than my future. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm dead tired. Boo, bad Mona. Where's the rest supposed to go? Yo, Rump, you think you could fit any of that in you? I feel like you'd have trouble even working the head in.
Dude, imagine it being hard. What the fuck? I just thought about that. Like, okay, it's big, but I didn't really grasp how big it could get. What the fuck?
Sir, I only have 2 hands. I feel like you're gonna have to whip out the fucking shoehorn for that, dude. Should fit that in.
Oh my god, I don't even know if you could. Oh, dude.
Where's his penis? I just came in. Here, I'll send the link.
But basically, the story of the show is like this girl that had this wild ex-boyfriend, clearly the owner of the huge dick, is now married to a stable, more calm man.
Yeah.
And they've made really, like, the ex-boyfriend and the wife have made contact recently. Again, just nothing too nothing too big of a deal.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Just made contact with him. No. And then the husband just felt super insecure and went after the boyfriend to see, like, what was all that she was, like, talking about. And he followed him into his gym just, like, to know, like, okay, this guy, what's his deal? And then literally says he's huge horse dick. And was like, okay, fuck, I can't win. I can't compete with this guy.
Yeah, you might as well just hand your wife over.
That's why my wife probably, yeah, exactly. Like, okay, you know what? You can have, I can't compete. That's basically it. But it's pretty good. Only like 8 episodes.
What's up, Blake? Thank you for the raid, dude. We're talking about this dude's giant dick on Netflix. It's enormous, Blake. Blake, this guy's dick is fucking crazy. Yeah, no. Here, Blake, check this link out. Blake, click that link. That's real, apparently. It looks CG. You know, I once saw a porno where this girl was fucking one of those bad dragon dildos, and she was so small. She was like super small, but like she managed to fit this huge dick in her. Like fake dick. And I was like, yo. It was shocking. But she was enjoying it. So, you know, hey, c'est la vie, right?
Smells like fresh vagina in here.
Rumba she's a real trooper. I love how Skull's like, what's the big deal? Whose dong is that? Says Rattail. Hey guys. Hey guys, what would you say if for some reason you saw your ex-girlfriend's boyfriend's dick? Or your girlfriend's ex or wife's ex-boyfriend's dick, and you saw that's what he was cooking with. Would you feel intimidated?
It all depends on her, probably.
You know what? I used to work with a girl. I don't remember what the fuck her name was, but she was dating a dude for like the better part of 10 years. And apparently this guy, she never said how big, but apparently this guy was enormous. But like she loved it. Like he was enormous and like that was her jam. So who knows, man? Maybe she had an extra large vagina or whatever. But she grew very accustomed to his size. And I overheard her talking to one of my female coworkers once. And she was basically telling her that all the dudes that she'd been like dating and hooking up with since or have all been like normal size dick, and she was very disappointed. So listen,
yeah,
man.
There's no going back from that.
Yeah, man, size, you know, there's some real size queens out there.
I mean, yeah, even especially one of my closest friends, her first boyfriend, well, she keeps saying that his dick was gigantic. I mean, it was her first boyfriend, and she just doesn't have any more reference. And whenever she like sleeps with another guy, the only other guy she's been with, it's like, oh, I don't know, he's pretty small. And then, like, I was like, okay, how small is it? She like gave me like an estimate. I was like, okay, you know what? That's not really small. Like that's kind of like average. Like, what do you mean? She's like, oh, I mean, I don't really know anymore. Like my ex-boyfriend was like really big and it didn't get me there. And like, you know what? I'm so sorry for you. But I mean, I'm not even sorry for you. I'm just like actually jealous to know that like there's no going back from that.
Yeah, man, maybe, dude, maybe once you got the big dick, there's no, you can't go back to regular size dick.
Yeah, nothing's gonna fulfill that after that.
Your penis is literally the biggest thing within the tri-state area.
Banzi said I would be fisting a bitch that same day. Blake wouldn't care. At this point, it likely was painful for her. Well, see, that's the thing. Some girls find it very painful. Like Mona, for example. Mona said she can't do more than like 6 inches. Like, anything more than 6 inches is too much for her vagina. And I've heard that from other girls as well. That like guys who are too big, it's just too painful for them. However, then that's the case for some. There are other girls where, like Valeria just said, or my ex-coworker, that they welcome the big dick. Big dick is appreciated, and there's no going back. So it depends on the vagina, Tuok. That dude was beating her uterus with a stick. Rum says, my ex was big, but even after 3 years, I couldn't get used to him.
And look at that pussy.
Meow meow pussy mix.
Hey Eric, have you ruined other women after yourself, you think?
Ruin? I wouldn't. Well, I guess if you say I set a standard. Oh.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not attacked at conventions.
At conventions,
Yeah.
I just have my perma bitch face on, so you don't get close to me.
I'm surprised you don't have. I'm surprised you don't have white men jumping over the table at you, blaming you for what you've done to their women.
No, but my cousin though, I feel sorry for. I call his chicks victims. It's like a meat bat. I remember we were at the football practice, and we went to a locker room, and then I was like, "What is that?" We're all like, oh, "Holy shit! Like, what the fuck, man?" Like he's like, "Yeah." Like, so his cup. So we all wear like our cups.
Yeah.
But his cup is specially made for people with bigger junks.
Yeah, it's just a bucket.
Because it just doesn't fit in the whole. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Custom made, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking vibranium, dude. Damn,
but it
dude.
takes him like almost an hour to get like semi-hard. So he's got like, you know, to wear like a ring and all that shit. So he said, man, it's a problem.
Yeah, that point's like a birth defect, man. Dude, just like think about like the like physiology of it, man. Think how much like blood it's like rushing down there. That's a lot, man. It's like a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like that's bodily taxing.
Imagine just him passing out.
I was just thinking about
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Like
just-
in the middle of sex.
Yeah,
God,
he's
this
about to go and
happens
he's about to hit it
sometimes.
from the back, and he just like collapses on the bed, dude. He just blacks out.
Yeah, this just happens. Like when you have a huge fucking dick.
Yeah. Damn.
That's something to brag about. Like saying whenever I puked from coming too hard. The other one is I fainted because my dick is so big.
I don't think, man. I wish I made a girl puke from coming super hard. I feel like that's an achievement I want to unlock.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment. I will be dragging about that.
I'm
what
gonna
would
start.
cause it though? Like,
I don't know. I feel like I've dehydrated a woman before.
Oh yeah, definitely. That really happens.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one time, doggy style, I had a girl reach for a Poland Spring while I was inside her, like to rehydrate during.
oh,
Yeah,
I've done that
really
before.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, no shame.
Like, no,
Hey, fuck
that's.
it, dude.
I mean, that's
Listen.
fine. I'd say.
My dick is so big I pass out before sex. Yeah, imagine he's just like, I'm gonna pass out. Just make sure you have your way with me while I'm asleep.
Just make sure I'm on I'm on the bottom. Here on top when I pass out, please.
Here, send me pics so I know what happened. My friend had to get a surgery to get a reduction. It was too much. A penile reduction, dude? Is that true?
Is that really a thing?
Is it? I mean, people have breast reductions because they're like so big it like it's
Dude,
like
not the
painful.
same thing.
But like
your
yeah, no.
penis is an organ.
I know. But like that's what I mean. Like that's gotta be tricky, man.
There's so many nerves there. Like,
Yeah.
one false move, you're done, man.
Like that. I mean, not just nerves, man. There's a whole lot of equipment down there, man. That thing is. There's a lot going on down there.
Yeah, like, what do you guys think about like piercings down there?
For dudes or women?
Whichever.
I've never experienced one. I'd imagine it would feel. I don't think I'd like it because I feel like a clitoral piercing or something like that would feel weird on my mouth. You know? Like you ever have a metal thing in your mouth and you're just like it's like banging up against your teeth? Like that's not a
Yeah.
fun sensation. I mean, like if you have like I
But
guess
like-
like if you have a tongue piercing, right? That's probably what it feels like.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't imagine like getting piercings down there. Like I remember I saw this video of a girl like getting her nipple pierced, and it like got stuck, and she tried like to pull it out, and she pulled like an actual nerve from her nipple. She passed out clearly, and I don't know like remember like I don't no. That's just something you shouldn't like touch. I'd say like you were saying, there's so many nerves and things going on down there. Why would you want to?
Yeah.
Wait, her nipple ripped?
No, I think she was just gonna change the piercing on her nipple, and when she pulled it out, she pulled a nerve out. Like
what?
What?
Yeah, like a string, like a little nerve.
How does that happen?
Oh no!
I don't know.
No.
I guess whoever there's a video out there. I don't know. I guess whoever made the did the piercing did it really badly. But she passed out because obviously pain. And I just can't imagine this happening down there. Like,
oh yeah, so good, Mr. Stark.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've been wanting to get nipple piercings, but since that video, I just cannot do it. Like, that haunts me.
Holy shit, man! What the fuck?
Yeah, no.
God, that gives me the chills.
Because I mean, it would be normal. Like, usually nipple piercings get like crusties around it. And I don't know, I guess she was like trying to clean it. And when she just took it out, it just literally pulled a fucking nerve string, like a little nerve.
No.
No.
So I imagine that happening down there, and I just don't know how would that like, why would you do that to yourself?
Man, I don't feel good. I like.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I brought this up. I feel like you're like now just like pale. Yeah, no, not good. That video stops me from getting nipple piercings or anything of that sort.
I've hooked up with girls with nipple piercings. I think it looks sexy, but I know it takes a long time to.
But fuck, dude.
It takes a long time to heal.
Yeah.
And they don't usually get them done.
Crusties.
They usually it takes a long time for them to heal. They got to keep it like it's a mission to keep it clean. Also, like they can get snagged on stuff. So I heard,
Yes, imagine that. No.
Like it doesn't
I know.
rip a nipple, but like it'll hurt your nipple. Like like it'll definitely like pull on them in a no fun way.
Dude, no.
I know, right?
Imagine just like her shirt getting stuck there.
It looks so, to me, dude, it looks so sexy when you can kind of see the nipple ring through like the bikini. So hot. But again, who gives a shit, right? Like I wouldn't get them.
Yeah, I want to get them. Like I've been thinking about it, and it's not really that expensive. But dude, it's like an irrational fear. It has turned into an irrational fear. Like it's just fuck. What if a nerve comes out?
Don't chance it, man. Also, how'd you watch a video like that? Like, where'd you even find that?
I think it was like a story time on like TikTok a long time ago. She said like, dude, I've never I took my nipple piercings out, but I like woke up in the hospital because I passed out from the pain of pulling a fucking nerve. And I don't know. I don't think I saw the actual video of the girl like pulling the fucking string out, but she was telling that's why she like took out her nipple piercings and like never got them done again because that shit
must
have been like traumatizing.
Now I kind of want to see proof, just because that's such a weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because if you have a nerve that's exposed, you'd be feeling it like without pulling it at that point. So to actually pull the nerve, that's weird. I feel like I'm calling bullshit on that.
Listen,
that's a tough one, man.
Look it up. Let's see. Painting Blob says, I couldn't even get my ears pierced because I'm scared of stuff getting infected and generally have that irrational fear. Wait, Blob, you don't even have your ears pierced? I had my ears, I had plugs in my ears. Can you actually? You could still see.
Yeah, I had them too.
You could still see the hole. I actually closed up pretty good. I had I think double zeros in, and I took them out slowly so they close better. I had to rebuild a ear yesterday from plugs. I had friends that got like crazy big with it, and I was like, I'm not doing that, dude. I'm like, I don't think that's. I'm like, I know eventually I'm gonna take these out.
Yeah, it gets stinky, man. Like I dated a chick who had like giant plugs, and he started nibbling around there. I'm like, oh damn, it stank.
Ugh. You know, if you don't keep them clean, man, they'll get cheesy real quick.
Yep.
I wear clip-ons. Thankfully, those exist, and also earring converters. No shit. Nah, ATV crash, ear was shredded, and the dude's scalp was basically a toupee. Got to see some skull. Oof.
Oui.
ATV crash, man. Those things are fucking... I've never been on ATV. I don't think I ever will, man. Those things seem like death traps.
Where did he flip on? Did it flip on him? Some shit?
Nipple piercing wrist girl cuts nerve while cleaning piercing, viral story claims. But is that the... Is
let me see it.
It's a viral story, but is it real?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it?
ATVs keep plastic surgeons in business. How do you fix... Oh my god, man. You scalp yourself while riding an ATV? How do you fix that, man? Do we just stitch everything back together? Doctor quote in the story disputes it. Could be bullshit. Hey, it could have been bullshit then.
Told you.
Really hope
Dude,
so.
There's really no way you can just have a piercing, and the thing is, by that time it would have healed, so there's no opening to, you know, any nerve endings.
Yeah, like it would be hurting since that they pierced it, right? If they actually got like a nerve from the day they got it pierced. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't really make sense, but
Man, people trying to get clout like that. That's crazy.
dude, I really hope it's not real because
Yeah, we had to clean it all out. The scalp was easy.
Coworker.
Ear was harder.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go on. What about your coworker?
Oh no, like the tweet about the guy coworker telling me a story about a girl she knew who took her nipple ring out to clean it and pulled out what she thought was a string, but was actually a nerve, so she took scissors and cut it and blacked out and woke up in the hospital. And I don't know. Well,
Wait.
that's the tweet the guy made. But,
So nerve, you'd feel that shit. Like
yeah,
if
exactly.
If there's an exposed nerve, you don't. I don't know.
Like you would feel it, like pulling it. Why would you know?
I need more.
Yes. There's no more. Like I actually looked at tweet and it's looked up the tweet and I think it's deleted.
Oh, this is
so
men's
maybe
health.
Fake.
Yeah.
But that actually helps to my mental health now. Maybe I could get the piercing now, but still, that should hurt like a son of a bitch.
What a nightmare.
And if it did happen, that's like a 0.00001% chance of something crazy like that to happen.
Yeah, Jesus.
No,
Again,
you have to be the unluckiest person ever.
I mean, again, it looks really sexy, but fuck that, man. Fuck that noise. No, thank you.
It's like getting a Prince Albert.
Oh, no, hell no. Oh, hell no. Yeah, no, there's a bunch of different types of types of piercings for dudes. Like the Prince Albert is one, but there's a few other ones. Like they pierce different parts of your dick.
Yeah, I've seen that. It must be fucking painful.
What, you ever date a dude with a dick piercing, Val?
Oh no, I meant like I saw a picture. No. I haven't gotten to that extreme of men.
Dream sex.
Yeah, I wonder what Colombian guys are up to down there.
Ugh, not much. I wish they were up to more, but you know.
They're up to less.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't complain. I
Hey.
can, but I really don't have any other solution.
Hey,
For the
Eric.
time being.
Eric, you ever been to Japan?
No, I was supposed to last year.
Oh, but the panty happened?
Yeah.
Damn.
And apparently there were some vouchers this year to get like $600 round trip when Japan does reopen.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if that has gone by because I had a whole bunch of homies who wanted to go.
I want to go. Hey, AJ's been there 3 times. Dude, 3 times?
That's awesome.
What the fuck, man? Why? For like anything? For like just because you like going? Also, I feel like that's expensive, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not a cheap ticket.
But staying there apparently is pretty cheap. One of my boys was telling me like the hostels are not like European hostels. They're actually pretty nice. They're very neat and super cheap.
You should go, Mike. Dude, I'd definitely be down to go. I mean, I'd be a super fucking tourist. I don't know any Japanese, but I'm sure I'd figure a way to get around. Your wife is Japanese? Dude, I didn't know you had yellow fever. AJ, what the fuck, man? You never told me that. This is news to me.
Dude, I remember going to this what do you call them? These apartment like hotels, hostels in Portugal.
Yeah.
Dude, this shit looked like a murder house.
I believe it.
We were like, are we sure we're gonna stay here? And then we're like, damn, there's like the next place to go. First of all, the bus services were done for the night.
Oof.
And taxis, we didn't trust them.
Yeah, no, they'll, dude. I've had taxi dudes try to rip me off, in places, you know.
Yeah, and drugs are legal there, so there's like people on the
God.
street who are just on like meth and just it's crazy, man.
Awesome.
What part of Portugal?
I was in Lisbon.
Oh, I guess I don't know. Different Lisbon I've been then. That didn't happen to me. None of that.
Yeah, we went there for a short trip, and then because this is when I was living in Spain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you speak Spanish?
No, I should have learned, but I was just there for a couple months.
You like nothing, not a word.
Like I learned to get around, so I kind of like was like, all right, I speak English. Do you speak English? If you don't, these are the only words that I know.
Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. Yo, did they have Google Translate back then? Were you using the app?
No. The thing is, for me, it was a little bit easier to navigate because as an artist, like in Europe, you're kind of like praised. Like people just love that shit, so they don't really care. They'll be like, oh, he's an artist from another country, so it makes it a lot easier instead of them maybe accusing me of being a gypsy from Nigeria or some shit.
Damn, dude.
That's true. You're more exotic.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I'm in my living there, because I was there for 7 months and I was drawing landscapes by the water, and people would just come and buy pieces for me.
Cool.
And I'm like, shit, I can do this for a little bit.
That's great. Whoa, that's really cool.
That's dope.
Wait, 7 months is a long time.
Yeah.
I lived for 10 months in France and I still don't speak French. Well, again,
What were you doing in France?
Studying French, literally.
Oh.
Well, my siblings live there, so I just kind of like went to see if I could just live there for a while, and stayed there for like 10 months to just study the language. So I was just going to like an institute, but to this day, I mean, it's been like 2 years since I've spoken French with anyone fluently. I used to speak French really good, but
did you hook up with any Frenchies?
I didn't. I was a virgin back then.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, I wasted an experience, huh?
Captain America,
That's why I
says
need to
Rishi.
go back
Oh, you talking about the
there.
shield? Yeah, I do love me some Captain America. It's true. It's probably the most patriotic thing I do is have a love of Captain America. Hey, Eric Bonham.
Yes.
How do you feel about America? Also, wait, are you a American? Like, were you born in the States or did you immigrate?
No.
Here?
Immigrated.
Dude, me too. I'm also an immigrant, a dirty immigrant.
Yeah, I was naturalized in 2014.
Yeah, dude.
No,
Where are you from, Eric?
I was naturalized, I
from
think,
Haiti.
in the 90s, I think. But yes, I'm naturalized. I got my papers and all that, Eric.
You're legit.
Yeah, soup's legit.
Wait, where are you from, Eric?
I'm originally from Haiti.
Oh, it's cool.
Oh, dude, did you see that? Wait, your president was assassinated, right? Like a couple weeks back.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Those
Dude.
are nuts.
Dude, there were Haitian officials that were like pleading for U.S. intervention. They were like, "Help us."
It's a shit show, man. Like, I'm not gonna get into it. Just like, there's just so much.
It was weird to
It's
see.
just too-
It was crazy to hear though, because they were playing it on the radio, and I think there was like a translator. And yeah, I forget exactly what the Haitian official was saying, but essentially the Haitian official was asking for U.S. intervention. And I thought,
That's crazy.
I only remember that because I'm like, I shouted at the radio. I was literally in the car shouting at the radio like an old man. I think I was like dropping the laundry off. I was like, why are we literally the meme of being the world police? Like what the fuck, man?
I mean, because we establish
But
police
yeah.
from other places. That's why.
I know, but then literally earlier I was looking at the Japanese army, which it doesn't exist because the Japanese army is just the American army, like because of World War II, because they misbehaved in World War II, and after 80 years they're still not allowed to have any army. We've got like over 50,000 soldiers there, and like 40,000 of their like family members and like other workers and like a few other thousand. So there's like about 100,000 Americans there because of the army bases in Japan, and they don't have any kind of like army whatsoever. And then I was thinking about how the occupation of Iraq and Afghanistan for 2 decades, and I was just like, oh shit. So yeah, this is what we do. This is what we just set up shop, and then yeah, we've placed ourselves to be Team America World Police.
I mean, if you got like American police, like you got the spotlight if you got America's attention. So I guess.
And it's
I
really a
guess
good
that's,
thing.
Yeah.
Because they probably want your resources.
Oh yeah. No, like yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's like it's not like we're some benevolent empire. If U.S. is sending troops to your nation, there's going to be a cost. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on in Cuba, Bonham?
A lot of stuff.
I follow a few sexy Cuban girls who just like as of like last week they stopped posting photos of their tits and ass and they started posting photos of civil unrest.
That's when you know.
Yeah,
that's when
that's really how I get my global news, because I just follow memes and I follow sexy Instagram girls, and yeah.
The moment they stop posting boobs, it's like, oh no.
Like,
Yeah.
it's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going through their rebellion phase right now, trying to, somewhat make a change in their circumstances. But it's going to be really difficult. It's like one of the only places that gun sanctions are, people don't have weapons to defend themselves.
Oh,
so they're
shit.
pretty much at the mercy of, the regime that's there. Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's a lot of shit. There's stuff going on right now in Venezuela, Nicaragua. Like, it's
What's
just
going on
a
in
lot of-
Venezuela? Did that country go bankrupt a few years ago?
What's going on?
There's a lot
It's
going
been
on, man.
back.
Right? Yeah.
When is not something going on in Venezuela?
Hey, what's up, Liz?
Liz, why you not get on voice chat, dude? Tell me how good I am at Pokemon Go. Yeah, no, man. It's always civil unrest everywhere. I was telling everybody earlier, man. I knew I was following a couple of like thirst trap Hawaiian girls, I think, and they started reposting Hawaiian anti-American like Hawaiian nationals, like we were just basically like, dude, you took over the I don't know what the fight they called it, the Hawaiian Empire. You know, whatever, man. 100 years ago or so, they had a queen, and America showed up, and America was like, "Go fuck yourself. This is ours now." You know, these islands are now America's Disneyland. Congratulations on your statehood. And apparently doing that was not okay with the native people, nor was it okay with the international kind of like governments. And apparently the UN, I think, acknowledges that Hawaii is actually just an occupied sovereign nation. So yeah, apparently like there's this whole sect of like Hawaiian people that are like, yeah, America is an illegally occupying force, and we're not a state, and yada yada yada. But then I kind of, Bonham, I had to kind of chuckle to myself, because you can't fight the Empire, Bonham.
You can. You might lose, but you definitely can.
No way, man. There's no way America... do you think America would ever give Hawaii our vacation state?
I mean, the thing with empires, they get too big, they crack, and they will shut down eventually from within. And it's all about like what the people want, you know, like essentially we control like what happens to a certain degree. If people get too ambitious, it might not be in the well-being of progress of the country.
No, but it's not a country. It's a state that we own. Oh, you mean like the country as a whole?
As a whole, yeah.
I'm eager to see. I'm eager to see what happens. I will say this though. So like, because like the Taliban outlasted them. Sure, you could point to the points where America lost. Essentially, the Taliban, for example, there was no winning in Afghanistan or Iraq. There's no winning in Vietnam. You know, you're an occupying force that doesn't want you there. Sure. However, Hawaii kind of is more like the indigenous populations of everywhere else. You know, the Native American people or the First Nation people, the Australian Aboriginals. They're pretty much gone, either through tourism, and you know, I was looking at like the actual Hawaiian population of Hawaii, out of like the several million there, they're like 10% of the population versus the 90% of like people that are like non-Hawaiian. So it's overwhelmingly their land is now, through by hook or crook, unlike with Vietnam or Afghanistan, their land is overwhelmingly overrun by non-Hawaiians, and they were basically like the video that I was watching was like, get out. Essentially, get out, get off our island, stop buying our property, stop pricing us out, because the island is being gentrified is really what's happening. The big island and all, you know, so some of the adjacent smaller ones, they're being
out of here, please.
They're being moved to in such a high density and so rapidly that Native Hawaiians are being pushed further and further into the margins, and they're being priced out. They're being priced out of their own land, which is a bummer. But at this point, it's not even like, yeah, your island was turned into a tourist trap and you're being slowly pushed out. It's almost like a weird kind of Disneyland. create a Polynesian ethno state. That's never gonna happen, dude. So like, yeah, so like, that's the thing. They don't like it, and they may actually be a sovereign state, but at this point, there's too few of them. There's too few of them, and the other thing is nobody gives a shit. That's the other thing. You know, like people care about what's going on in Cuba or Haiti or Venezuela or Colombia when that, you know, like you actually do see people talking about that stuff. You don't hear anybody fucking talking about Hawaii aside from Hawaiians because nobody gives a rat's ass. People go there to take to kick their feet up, catch some waves and some nice views, and then go the fuck home. Nobody gives two shits. And the people that do are a fraction of 10% of the people there who don't have the power physically or congressionally to make any kind of change whatsoever. So
yeah, it's because they don't have a diaspora to represent them. So like any country from Central America, Caribbean, they all have diaspora that lives away. Like let's say the indigenous folks of Hawaii migrated to Canada, parts of Europe, then that means, you know, they're starting to create subsections. So those subsections will, like, you know, create buzz. So, you know, let's say the subsection in France would be like, you know, there's some injustice going on in Hawaii, blah 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 blah.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, like, that wasn't able to be established because they were probably just wiped.
Yeah.
You know, and oppressed.
Yeah, there's just not enough of them. Same thing with the Native Americans. You know, both the northern, you know, the North American natives in America and Canada, right? The First Nation. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
You're just kind of fucked. Like, it sucks.
It's tragic, man.
It sucks, but like you're powerless. Like you were conquered and you have no power. And even if you did uprise, there's so few of you that you stand no chance. And that's Hawaii.
I think it's also because we're so fixated on, like, I'm only repping my team, and at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We should all be repping each other, but people are within their egos a lot, and they just care for, like, you know, their own kind in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
There's no true humanitarians anymore in this world.
No. Yeah, no. At least not globally. Not on a global scale.
It's there to some degree. Like for me, it's a very idealistic dream, but I don't see it coming to fruition just because of how, no matter how close we're getting together with technology, it's actually driving us apart as, you know, a people, a species.
It is so weird how how do I phrase this? Technology is like, it's brought us closer together in some ways, right? For example, what we're doing right now. A decade ago even, this would have been nearly impossible to do, right? Between the internet being too slow to, like, you know, like Twitch has been around like 8 or 9 years, but like even then, like, it was not quite the same. Like you probably could have done something ish like this, but it would have been a little janky, right? A little bit harder. Twitch wasn't nearly as big. YouTube didn't have any streaming. But like 5 years before that, 15 years ago, impossible. 20 years ago, not even remotely possible. Now we're talking about an era where, you know, the year 9/11 happened. People were still on like Nokia phones and like flip phones, and, right? The internet was still barely a thing. So in many ways, like, all right, listen, like, you're hanging out with me from Miami. You, a powerful former Haitian. Valeria, who's in Colombia. Yours truly, here in New York City. And then a bunch of other people from all around, not just America, but the globe, in the chat, hanging out, stopping by, saying hi. And we're talking about like various world events, and we're pulling up various articles and talking about all kinds of shit. So in many ways, it's brought us incredibly closer together. As far as like, look what's happening like right now. Like, you know, people are watching me draw live, my shitty little drawing. And who am I? I'm like a nobody. You know, in the grand scheme of like the art and comic art world, I'm just a regular ass dude. And yet I've built a tiny little community that I'm very appreciative of. But the counter argument to that is that like, it's also like, it's deprived us of so many interpersonal interactions in real life. You know, people opt for more interactions like this. You know, I'm way more likely to have a conversation with my friends that, you know, again, 20 years ago, I would have just like called to hang out. I used to have, when I was a kid, I had so many phone numbers memorized. I had at least like 10 to 12 phone numbers memorized of like friends and whatnot. Just like, you know, like.
Yeah, man.
When I was
you
like,
had to.
That's exactly right. You had to, because you know, you had a flip phone or whatever that like your parents gave you, but you didn't have a smartphone, and or worse, you didn't even have a flip phone, and you didn't have any phone. You had to go to like a payphone or something, and God forbid you had a payphone. You went to a payphone and you didn't have a quarter, or you didn't know somebody's phone number, or they weren't at home. You know, like it was just a fucking nightmare. But I guess what I'm getting at is, I'm way more likely to have conversation via text or social media, like on Instagram, Facebook Messenger. You know, I don't use WhatsApp anymore.
And
but,
especially now, especially now on like COVID, people just don't go out as much anymore. Or like at the beginning of the pandemic, you've seen like a lot of videos of people just like, oh, making like game night, I think, like via Zoom, or like all the classes, you know, like especially now. And that's like a problem, right? Like people just don't prefer to just like text, or like don't hang out. Well, people with social anxiety is just getting even like a bigger problem now, I guess, because that's like making it worse, I'd say. I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah, it's weird. Is it have you gone out like to the bar and like hung out recently, Valeria? Or wherever you go to hang out? Where do you go to hang out?
Yeah.
With your friends?
I'm not the type to go to clubs. I wasn't even like before COVID, I wasn't the type to like actually go clubbing. But I do enjoy like bars and cafes, and I've done that now a little bit more than before, obviously, because I guess just like we aren't that scared anymore, I guess, of the COVID-19. But I just cafes, restaurants, bars, but not clubbing. And especially now, like some friends have been like actually going clubbing with a bunch of people, and I just can't do that. COVID or no COVID, like it's just not for me.
Oh my god, I miss the old roller rink we used to go to. We had a little group, but now they're all having kids or are like me and socially anxious. No shit. Let's see. Hey Liz, your dad has like Alzheimer's or dementia? Is that why you're bumming out about your pop? Dude, I gotta take that fucking health test, man. I want to see if I got genetic markers for dementia. Cause I watched my grandma suffer with dementia, and those last 10 years were fucking brutal.
That's not your biological grandma, though.
No, but you know, when you're adopted, that shit doesn't make a difference.
No, it depends on what's in your biology.
Oh, you're talking about genetically. Yeah, that's true. But I don't know, man. Like, again, like, obviously, like, I've got alcoholism. So there's a high likelihood that at least one of my parents had had a proclivity for alcoholism in them. Because if you suffer from alcohol or drug abuse, you get like a 50-50% chance of tossing that to your offspring. So yay. But I want to know like all right, so maybe I won't get the dementia, but maybe I've got like triggers for other shit, you know? Or I talked to Bart about this. I was like, I want to know, even if I can't do anything about it. Like again, so like let's say you're like, oh well, you know, you've got a high risk of having dementia when you're older. You know, there's really not much to do, but I'd still want to know. So you know.
It's tough for in your case.
I know.
Very tough.
Yeah, I know. What are your favorite drinks, Mike? It was, well, here's the thing. I don't know how it works with other alcoholics, but for me, it was whatever got me drunk the fastest. So I found it was three whiskey drinks would usually get me tipsy or like buzzed. And like after 3 whiskey drinks, I could just what I would do, what I would do is I would take beer, the cheapest beer that they had, and take the cheapest house shots that they had, and I would dump the shot in the beer and chug that to get fucked up. Yeah. Or I would just buy a 40 and sneak into a parking lot and chug it as quick as possible. Sometimes I would even buy 2 40s for as cheap as possible, like the 40s that were like $2 to $3, like the malt liquor ones, or they had other options that were equally as disgusting, because I would try to chug it in like under 10 minutes, and then usually that would make me sick. So there was a high probability that I would barf after drinking the first 40, and I knew that, which is why I had the backup second 40. And then I would go into the bar after that. Yeah, so I didn't really have a favorite kind of alcohol. I just had alcohol.
Give me the alcohol.
Yeah. Mike's favorite drink was whatever was easiest to get into the rectum. Butt chugging. I never butt chugged.
Oh my god.
You ever see, Valeria, you ever see anybody butt chug before?
Oh god, no. But I've heard of the tampon soaking. Have you heard of that?
Yes. Yeah, I heard that. By the way, both incredibly dangerous. Do not do that.
Yeah.
You're
what the fuck?
Like it's way worse for you. Gets in your bloodstream, and it leaves you more prone to alcohol poisoning if you do that.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That was a rumor at my school that a girl used to do that in parties. A rumor, but yeah, never
Eric,
got to confirm it. Thank God.
Eric, I'm trying to imagine you upside down doing a handstand with your pants off with a funnel.
Don't imagine it.
I remember Cartman eating from his ass.
Image.
What's up, Caspa?
I had an old fashioned last weekend. She was delicious.
Oh yeah, no, old fashions they taste great. No, don't get me wrong. Like a nice mixed, like a high-end mixed cocktail was very pleasant and enjoyable to consume, but that was few and far between. It was always a means to get an end. Even to this day, man, if I'm drinking coffee, I got to make sure that I don't go too hardcore with it, because I will. Because I've got like I have like an all substance abuse problem. And this goes with like video games, even art. So when I bought my espresso machine, I went from having like 1 shot a day to I think 4 to 6 on the craziest of days.
Dude, same.
Yeah.
I haven't had coffee in a year.
I haven't had coffee. You know what? I had coffee last week and it was gross, and I'm back on tea. But before last week, I went about 5 months without drinking any coffee. So I just wanted the buzz is really what I wanted.
Wow. I have that problem with Red Bull to the point that it sent me to the hospital once because I drank too many. I mean, like you get me like a really bad stomach ache.
Ouch.
Because I had been drinking like coffee, like my 2-3 cups of coffee, and then like I chugged like it was a problem. Like my dad got super mad at me, like, dude, what are you doing with your life? And I'm still like, my friends like get mad at me for like buying it. I mean, it's not as bad anymore, but fuck.
Were you butt chugging the Red Bull?
They try to stop me from it, but they couldn't.
I imagine Valeria is bent over with a funnel.
Don't. Yeah, don't do that either.
Butt chugging at the hospital.
That's way more pleasant than watching me.
No, I want to see you doing a
dude,
keg stand, but without your mouth,
That
Bono.
would sting. Wouldn't that like sting?
I'm sure it does.
What the fuck?
I'm sure it does. I'm sure like sticking a tampon soaked in vodka up your coochie probably also stings. You know, there's no way that.
God.
You know, there's no way like you're tasting it. Yummy.
Yeah, no. Jesus.
So my
That's
doctor
crazy.
told me that coffee and my hormones are causing my boob pain, so no cancer screenings for me. I just got to cut back on some caffeine. Wait, coffee and your hormones make your titties sore, Liz?
Yo, coffee is insane. It could do some crazy shit to people.
Valeria butt chugging Red Bull on OnlyFans, says Link.
Oh my God, new content. That's
No.
actually. Thank you, Link, for the idea.
We do have some addictive
Yeah.
personalities. I get that problem with video games too. I told you, man, at my worst, I was playing Call of Duty 16 hours a day and like pissing in water bottles by under my desk to not get up, and like shitting in between rounds to not miss a game.
Should have streamed that.
You
You would have been a pro player.
Yeah.
That made numbers.
Just to watch those numbers just climb and climb and climb.
Yeah, it's like at that point when you, especially with Twitch, if you're clocking in 16 hours, there's definitely folks that would tune in to watch somebody. The other day I saw somebody this game that I like to play, and this dude plays for 12 hours a day, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And he's only playing the auction house. He's not even playing like the actual game.
Jesus
he's
Christ.
He's playing the economy. I'm like,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, no, I was playing mostly team deathmatch on COD, and like I was good. I wasn't nearly as like I wasn't good, or I was good, but I wasn't great. I was definitely not like one of these legends that you see on the platform.
No scoping snipers.
Yeah, I was pretty. Listen, I had a pretty good like. I'll call it no scoping, but I could quick scope like a motherfucker. I was a fucking solid with a console controller. By the way, I could quick scope pretty fucking solidly. That was good again, but like. I wasn't streaming the shit. This was just because I didn't fucking want to like live my life, you know? Because again, same thing with the alcoholism, same thing with the drug abuse, same thing with like other addictions of mine. It's always an escape, you know? It's always to like shut my brain off and like run from reality. It's like whatever keeps me away from having to deal with my own thoughts is like the core where it all comes from, at least in my opinion. But what the fuck do I know, right?
I mean, but that's definitely it, and it happens like with everything. Anything you can get your hands on, that just anything can be like addictive, I'd say. A lot of like activities, even the ones like you could consider like healthy.
Sure.
I mean, everything is like has a limit, I'd say. Like,
yeah,
everything can get a nexus. I don't know.
No, there are definitely people who are addicted to working out or other forms of exercise, or people who are addicted to just work in general. I know a ton of people in my life who they were workaholics. Like they needed to be in a constant state of, I don't want to call it peril, but like things needed to be done incessantly. And I remember one of my friends basically telling me that, because I was telling him about like my own alcoholism. And he was telling me about that. It was a very similar overlap to his own work ethic. Because as long as he had another project that took precedence, that he like had to get done, he didn't have to stop and think about what he was up to in his own life. He just it was just work.
That's
this way he was kind of like running from whatever other things in his life he had to deal with. Balance.
Yeah, probably using it as an excuse. Like, no, I can't do it because I have to work, or I can't really go out or hang out with certain people because I have to work. And people will just brush that off because they don't see it. They, like most of the people, they can't imagine that being an addiction. So it's just people like just normalizing that maybe.
I bet Eric has had women addicted to his penis before.
Stupid.
Balance is key in everything, says Link. It is. It is important. Even, what's that famous quote? Everything in moderation, including moderation. I forget who said that. Wait, so Liz, are you saying your titties are still sore? What's up, Kozu? Eric, you strike me as a man who spends a healthy amount of time on the titty when you're lovemaking.
I guess it depends on the individual.
It's a case-by-case titty basis.
But I think you do, Mike.
Me?
Like, yeah. No?
Well, I think I'm with Eric. It's a case-by-case.
Yeah, a fair amount of time.
I have learned in my old age that some girls like titty play, or whatever you want to call it, foreplay involving the tits, and other girls don't like it at all because they don't. I've legit met girls who are just like, I'm gonna be honest with you, you could just ignore them. And I was like, what? This girl Jen I knew was like, you could just skip them. It's like, what? She's like, she's like, for whatever reason, I don't really feel much at all when it comes to tit stuff. And I was like, no shit. So like, yeah, not much sensation, or at least not much, well, for lack of a better term, that she found titillating going on over there. So yeah, so like I would skip because, you know, listen, you gotta cater. Not everyone is the exact same fit, so you've got to be malleable for the person.
Fair. Like if they ask you not to,
Yeah.
to just not acknowledge them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do what I want. Yeah. Yeah, but also the antithesis is true. I've known girls with like very, very, very sensitive nipples. So like, so much so that like you couldn't go, you know, you had to go easy. Eric Bonham. No teeth, no pinching. Yeah, take it easy on them titties. I bet Eric Bonham's used a nipple like a doggy chew toy before.
No.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Squeak, squeak.
Nothing much, been grinding at the
Dude.
art. What's up? Have you ever met a dude?
Eric has
What's up?
big expectations to fill.
Yeah.
Say that again.
You keep saying comments about Eric,
Oh,
Mike.
yeah.
Like you know a little bit too well what he's into.
No, I like talking it up because it makes me, I don't know, because that's the joke. For all I know, listen, for all I know, you know, who knows what Skullbash is up to behind closed doors? We'll never know. But it's fun to guess. It'd be great to get one of his ex-lovers on here and ask them how it all goes down.
Confirm the theories.
Yeah.
We could probably make it happen.
My teeth are too sharp to squeeze a nipple with them. What are you, vampire?
Yeah.
What are you,
the
demon?
fuck? Ouch.
He's got teeth like a shark. What's up, Steady?
Just nibble them. Don't actually rip them off.
Valeria, have you had dudes chomp your titties before in an unpleasant way?
Not in an unpleasant way, thankfully.
Hey, Rough Maddie.
Like they just nibbled them as they should be doing it. I don't know. I don't know what kind of nipples I have. If it's like hypersensitive nipples, like I don't know.
You're
It's
very
like, okay,
powerful
my
nipples.
are. I don't know, but so far I'm not had bad experiences. Not a vampire.
What's up, Ruff? My teeth are too sharp. Damn, dude. You're a fucking wild animal.
Wait, why are you using teeth? Just lick
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
Don't look at me. I'm not the one using
You're
teeth.
wondering.
Who's using teeth?
I don't know. Link Tut says his teeth are too sharp to squeeze a nipple with them. You can use,
I mean, teeth are fine.
You can use light teething.
Exactly, to an extent.
Yeah.
Like, just don't bite.
Yeah,
Just
like the way like a Labrador might softly hand you something in its mouth.
Yeah, teeth are fine to an extent. Like, don't be. It's not for eating, but you know.
Nah, I don't use any
Nibble
teeth
them.
or anything. It's too risky.
Some girls like it though. Some girls like a little biting on them. Not on
Good
nipples.
for them.
But
good for them.
You're afraid you're gonna like
some
bite
guys
a
like a
little
meaty
too hard.
cooch.
Yeah, because you really don't know. I mean, usually, if there was like some eye contact to see like,
How they're reacting.
yeah, exactly, I'd have to put a mirror, like, you good?
Like, look out for a pro. Like, is this too much?
Yeah, I mean, we're not really too verbal. We usually there's a lot of eye contact, and we're just feeling each other, and then when you can see the expression, you just continue, and it just elevates. You know, there's no like, hey, does that feel good? And blah blah blah. I think that's kind of like, at that point, you know what you're doing.
I think
Intuition.
it feels good. I mean, don't be obviously too harsh. Like, just softly. Obviously, if you feel comfortable in it, but like.
The same with
I'd say
choking.
it's
like, I'm very cautious.
Totally I'd say it's different. Like, choking, it's either you like it or not.
Yeah.
And it's you like it or not, and if you're doing it wrong, well, you're doing it wrong. Like, I guess that's not the way of choking someone. That's actually, you're gonna kill them. But with nipple biting, I mean, you can explore that.
Choke me, bitch.
I bet Bonham's choked a broad or two in his day.
That's why I'm cautious. Sometimes. Like, hey, don't pass
Have you
out,
gone too
please.
far?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
almost
Oh,
passed
God.
out.
Yeah.
She's like,
Oh my
liked
God,
it,
okay.
and I'm just like, what?
Well, yeah, man, I've told you that story before with my friend. Same exact thing happened. She like passed out, but she passed out for a good few seconds for him, and he was like,
oh my God.
he
That
said,
must be scary.
yeah, no, he said his
Going to
whole
the
life flashed before his
penitentiary.
eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, what the
Same.
fuck?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, of course, man. How the fuck are you supposed to explain that to a police officer?
I got so soft after that shit. I was just like, yeah, it's done, man. No more.
No more.
No.
No,
That's
no,
where I
no,
draw the
no.
line. Oh God.
Oh, dude, I just
I mean,
posted in chat the those Dune posters.
Oh, I haven't seen them. Let's see. Who did them?
They're just portrait shots, but they look really good.
Oh, these are great portraits. Ooh. Ooh, Rebecca Ferguson. She's hot, I think. She's like a hot old broad.
The Baron looks so dope.
Alright, well, she's not all that old. She's attractive.
all
Oh,
look
she was in
great.
Mission Impossible. That's what it was. She's the Mission Impossible lady.
Can't wait for this film to actually come out.
Right. I saw it today. Actually, pretty excited about that.
What were you saying? I think I cut you off. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm saying that like I've gotten pretty close to feeling like dizzy, but in a good way. It's not like, oh, what the fuck, stop. Like actually, the guy was doing it a little bit too hard, but to the point I was actually like, okay, Okay, I don't know if I should stop. Like, I don't know where I need to draw the line before I actually pass out. But it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. But I did tell him afterwards, like, dude, you almost had me there for a second. Losing
Jesus.
consciousness. Right there.
I almost died, dude.
You almost killed me. But I don't know. I think it was good. Kind of. I mean, I enjoyed it. Like the rush of like, oh, am I gonna like actually pass out? Like but thankfully he didn't overdo it, just a little bit.
So confused. You sound confused, but you like it. So it's just such a mixed.
Yeah. I don't know. It's mixed feelings about it. I was turned on, but then I was a little concerned. Like, okay, dude, I think I think it was a little too much. But then I was like, oh well, I don't know. Kind of like it. I don't know. Weird. It woke something. It woke up something weird inside me.
What's up? Two Oaks says he found a clip. A skull clip.
You found a what?
Skull clip. Alright, hang on. I gotta take a little pee break. I'll be right back.
Oh, I just saw that. That was a funny clip. Where are those clips stored? This is 6 months ago. Oh, from your archive. Yeah.
Don't they post it on the Discord? Oh, my friend is there. Maria Alejandra. She doesn't come over anymore.
What happened?
I don't know. She doesn't come over to the streams anymore.
What are you talking about?
This girl that's on the clip, Maria Alejandra, on the chat. She's a friend of mine.
Oh, Maria. Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to come by a lot.
Yeah. We studied together on the same university. Same.
Did you guys discover the stream together, or?
No, she introduced me to it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and now I come over here a lot more than she does, I think.
I hope she's well. I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, she is. I hung out with her, I think, 2 weeks ago. It was pretty cool. She's doing well. We talk a lot. We're actually pretty good friends.
What are you studying?
I mean, it's kind of like graphic design. It's like the actual translation is design of visual communication. So it's kind of like very similar to graphic design, but more like to marketing too and publicity.
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty cool. So it's kind of artsy, but also very focused on clients and design and more like packaging and branding, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's a part of my life that I've retired.
Why?
Because I do more illustration stuff now. I was a designer for around 10 years. So my last job, I was art director for a small design company. And I just can't deal with it anymore. I hate designing.
That's probably going to be me, honestly. That's probably... I mean, I only studied design because... it would actually teach me useful things on how to sell products and stuff like that, which I really appreciate. And I really do appreciate design, but I am too more of a drawing person, artsy, visual arts and plastic arts person, which I was actually considering in changing careers to visual arts, but damn, I don't know, that's a big step. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be like that probably. like just later when I finish my university, I'll probably, when I graduate, probably go more on that side of design, probably more like artsy and drawing stuff, because that's like what I do the most. Like I don't design things, I just pretty much draw all the time or paint.
I mean, it helps because once you start learning about layouts and how type fits in certain areas and spaces, it's pretty much the same thing with art. You're laying out, especially now, like if you're doing a comic cover or pages, where to leave room for text, how big the text going to be.
Yeah, I think it really does help. Yeah, and whenever you're gonna sell anything, even like prints or stuff like that, I think it really does help to, or like creating my own brand, even if it's just for selling my stuff, my art stuff. It helps. I think it's really cool. I mean, I really like it, but yeah, there's some things that I just like, oh, I don't see myself doing this. Like, I've questioned that, like, oh, maybe I would just change to like arts, actual like plastic and visual arts. But who knows? Maybe later. Maybe after this one, more like a hobby, maybe, because design is actually kind of important, and like you would know. Well, maybe here in Colombia, being like an artist is really not. It's not gonna. I don't know how to say it. Like, it's just not gonna ensure you of like a job, or like a stable job, while being like a designer. Like, you have more possibilities to work for like a company designing their stuff and their publicity and stuff like that. So sadly, our artists here in Colombia don't really have like a really, really bright future. Just like to live off of how you were saying that you went to Spain to just like paint like whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
Here it's not really that much. I mean, obviously you could do it, but it's just, it wouldn't be as productive. So
yeah, it's tougher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one of my ex-girlfriends from... What's that?
Yeah, I guess that's why I chose to study design rather than arts first.
Let me see. Somebody's asking a question. Do you ever deal with the eternal pain of drawing on the wrong layer? Or are you real professional? I mean, if I draw on a wrong layer, it doesn't matter. It depends on the effect that I'm trying to go for. Like when I was streaming yesterday, I drew on a bunch of different layers. Each layer had its purpose. Definitely accidentally made some lines on some other layers, but at the end of the day, it's gonna get merged all in one layer and posted somewhere. So it's no big deal.
I guess they mean like if you ever like made a mistake that you thought you could just like delete the layer and start over, and then you can't because there's a bunch of other things on the same layer.
Oh yeah, I mean that happens, but you figure out how to work around it. That's where all your skills come into play. Like you can't be relying on a crutch. You have to. It's problem solving at the same time. You gotta know how to get out of it.
Digital arts is really pretty hard. I haven't got I'm trying to get myself into it a little bit more. I'm more of like a pencil and paper person, but digital arts seem just like not easier, obviously, but like more convenient a little bit, I'd say.
Convenience, yes, for sure. You can size something on the fly.
Yeah,
it's all it is. Like when I learned design, it was by hand. Like we had to make ads, with X-Acto knives, cutting, like learning basics on how they did layouts like in the 50s and 60s, and then introducing modern technology on how to use what's the name of that program? This is before Illustrator and Quark Express.
Damn.
Yeah, using Quark Express, and then transitioning into the Adobe suite, when you actually have to pay for the whole bundle. And that you just, it's just like getting a new pencil or a new pad or a new technique. They all are applicable.
Yeah, I mean, for designing, I've been wanting like to draw digitally. For designing, I find it, yeah, obviously the Adobe like programs are such a help. Like I haven't really learned how to use Illustrator. Like it's just I do everything on Photoshop. My friends tell
Really?
me like, oh yeah, literally. My friends tell me Illustrator it's way easier and like more convenient to use when designing like practically anything, but I just can't get my way around it. Like I don't know what it is. Everything I do, like 80% of my work I've done on Photoshop because I think it's so much like easier. I don't know how to use Illustrator yet. Obviously, I'm gonna need to learn how to properly use it, but
I mean, if I were your
everything I
art
do.
director and I gave you a task and you did it, no matter what program it is, it's the end result that counts. If it looks good, it looks good. And that's great. That's a rare one, like Photoshop over Illustrator. For me, I use a lot of InDesign because I do a lot
Oh,
of layouts. To me,
Jesus,
it's like the
I hate. I think it's because I don't know how to use it too, but I
yeah.
hate. Like I've had to use it like twice or like 2 or 3 times for like a magazine. Yeah, like just designing a magazine, and I cannot. I don't know what it is. Like I actually need to. Like my like more professional friends like are on a higher level of designing. They tell me like, oh yeah, and design is great.
Yeah.
Like I love that, and I can understand. I cannot see that happening for me. I don't know. I really need to learn how to use that because I really hate InDesign. Like it's actually hate that I feel for that program. I don't know why.
Oh man,
It kept
I used to hate
crashing.
it. I used to hate it, and then I learned to love it because of what it did for me when I learned grids and layouts. I'm like, oh my god,
God.
this is the shit. And I remember I was interviewing some designers, and I told them like, okay, what software would you use if I give you some magazine layouts? And the majority had said Illustrator. And I'm like, man, that's weird. Like, there's no functions and like, page keeping or anything like that. No,
Yeah,
you,
that's the
you have to,
thing.
you have to manually do your gutters and edges and everything. And I'm just like, that's a lot of work. But what if,
Yeah.
how are you gonna get this done when I needed to get it done? It's like, what's more efficient?
Yeah, I mean, I remember like obviously I used InDesign because they asked me to, like my teachers asked me to like, okay, you are gonna have to learn eventually. So if the magazine is not like finished on InDesign, I will not like accept it. Obviously, like you say, the organization, I don't know how to say it, I'm sorry. Like the
Okay.
paging is way easier on InDesign because it's literally made for that. But
Yeah.
I would literally design the page on Photoshop and just put the text on InDesign. Like I was just designing the whole page, like the pictures, the titles, or like if I was gonna illustrate it or whatever, I would do it on Photoshop and then import it as like an image on InDesign. Like and
There
then
was
I
no
just
distortion or anything.
no. I mean, it was a pain. Like my friend, like it was something you did like with a colleague. So it was two people, like a two-person project.
Uh-huh.
And my friend kept telling me like, why are you doing it like that? Like I just do it on InDesign and just it's super easy. But I couldn't. I don't know. I think it's because Photoshop is more like artsy drawing kind of thing, and then InDesign would actually help with like paragraphs and titles and text and stuff like that. But I couldn't get my way around it. Like it's not. I don't know what it is. And I think it's also because, well, my university and the career I'm doing gives you like three main I don't know how like focuses for you like to choose. and it's branding, packaging design, and editorial design. And well, editorial design is, you could imagine, like magazines, newspapers, web design, more of that stuff, which is really not my area, or like not of really my interest. And so people that actually choose that, like, how do you say that? It's not focus. How do you say that?
Yeah, you
I
can say
guess branch?
focus.
Yeah. When like people who would choose like editorial design, clearly they have like a love for magazines and like InDesign and stuff like that. And so I think that influences in the way that I really, really like Photoshop and maybe sometimes Illustrator, because I really don't use InDesign for absolutely like a lot. I don't use it a lot. Like it's not gonna be a tool that I'm gonna be using a lot. I guess that's why I didn't choose editorial design either. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
Yeah. Also, if you're not working actively in content that's going to be in print format, you don't really need InDesign. Illustrator or Photoshop would suffice. I mean, they all work together well. I use all of them. Like, I'll do some photo manipulation in Photoshop, and then just import it into InDesign. Work on some patterns in Illustrator, export that into InDesign. Have a little workflow with it.
I thought you were talking about your pubes for a second.
Pubes?
Yeah, I could have sworn, because I pulled up the stream on my phone while I was making a sandwich. I could have sworn I heard you talking about shaving something. But then I heard you talking about a grid, and I don't know. I couldn't make it out.
We're talking about Adobe programs and how I hate most of them except Photoshop.
Yeah, with design elements and all that good stuff.
Oh, look at you guys. So you guys are actually talking about art.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I don't know how it segued there.
Shocking.
Yeah, how did we get there?
Oh, I know, because I had asked you what you were going to college for, and then it segued to that.
Yeah, I mean, even for like video editing or like animations, well, it's not that I've done many, I use Photoshop because I just don't trust any other.
Frankie's here.
Frankie.
Hey, sweet Frankie. Hello, gang. Look at you guys. Painting Blob is in here. Oh, hey, Valeria, have you ever seen Painting Blob's work?
No, I haven't.
She's really fucking good, dude. Like, shockingly good.
Send a link. Send a link. I want to see.
Hey, Skullbash, anyone ever call you cutie?
Yes. Yeah, I've heard it before.
Valeria, does anyone ever call you cutie?
Thankfully, yes. Pretty nice.
Aw.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing. But like in like a friendly way, or in whichever way. Like if it's a creepy old dude on the streets, no thanks.
Oh yeah. No, but there's
In
like this.
general.
There's like a sweet way to do it.
Creepy dudes need love too.
Creepy dudes on the street.
Go. Gather Act 1 and 10 down to 3 hours 40 minutes. Damn, dude. Well, are you gonna be able to when they change the monster levels?
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Path of Exiles new season starts this Friday.
Are you scared?
No, just I think Frankie's trying to go for a huge economy push.
I don't know what that means, man. I'm just playing Pokemon Go these days.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna play it, but not with the economy, just by myself. Self-found.
You're not gonna play with Frankie and his boys? Frankie and the boys?
Well, the thing is, there's different leagues. So the league that I would play, everything that I would find, I would have to find it on my own. But playing within the economy, you can purchase like on their auction house and trade with other people, like items that you would need. So it's a much easier experience. But I've been enjoying like finding like my own loot.
And what's Frankie doing that's different?
He's pushing so that he can make that big money. Are you still doing stacking aura build?
Is Frankie like a Path of Exile badass?
Yeah.
Dude, I bet he's drowning in Path of Exile pussy, dude. Frankie.
Let us know, Frankie.
Yeah, dude. That POP, man. He's drowning in that pop. Pussy, what's that?
You know damn well what that is.
Yeah, it's that thing that your fingers smell like, Frankie, from all that Path of Exile. I've got too many hours in Poe, dude. Painting Blob, where can I see your art? Oh yeah, Painting Blob, are you still here? Whip out your fucking painting dick, Blob. Blobby.
Oh, Blob
Same
has
Frank.
really good stuff.
Yeah, no, Blob is really sweet too.
Send a link.
She's like she's like a painting master, but she's like quiet and nice about it. And also she's like she's sweet enough, like she'll look at my shit art by comparison, she'll be like, you did a good job. And I'll be like, sometimes I wonder if Blob is even being sincere when she's complimenting my art. Because her art is so good. I'm almost like, is she fucking with me? I think she's being sincere because she's like really sweet and she's not like, she doesn't seem to be evil like that. But you
We
never.
wouldn't be here if you sucked.
Well, she might be.
Exactly.
She might be if she was evil. You know? Be like, let's look at this.
So funny.
Let's look at this shit. I want to look at this shit to make me feel better.
I love it.
And then she just laughs.
She streams with like shows Mikey stream. This is what you don't need to do.
Yeah, she takes screen caps to laugh herself to sleep at night.
This is her Instagram.
This is her
Oh,
watching the
I'll
stream.
look that up. Hold on.
Damn,
I wanna
Instagram
see that.
sucks. I don't see any of her stuff. I'm gonna go on a liking spree. Instagram
Oh
sucks,
shit!
man.
I didn't see her any of her stuff. I haven't seen any of this new stuff.
Yeah.
Instagram does fucking suck, man. It fucking buries.
Holy shit. Whoa, this is crazy. Oh my god, that's really pretty.
I
Is
use
that
Painting
digital?
Blob on all social media, mostly Instagram. I only like stuff I actually like. Every like is genuine. Oh, Blobby.
Damn. Oh, this is digital art, right? Damn, this is pretty good.
Right? Doesn't she make it? She makes it look like oil painting.
Right? Oh my god, this is crazy. I'm spamming you right now, Blob. I hope you don't mind.
Is hey Blob, do you like do you like the ladies, Blob? Or do you like everybody? You're like are you pan like Mona? Frying pansexual?
Frank, that's stupid.
Well, this is crazy.
Blob says she loves oils. Oils on the ladies?
No. Damn, I have a set of oil paints in the car. Should probably
I
bust them
haven't
out
ordered
soon.
years.
I'm actually as straight as it gets, but ladies are just easier to paint. Oh. Well, also, you're not allowed to be gay in Russia anyway. There are no gay people in Russia, according to Putin, from what I've read. Michael with the fucking sticky notes questions again. Imagine if I was smart enough to build like my own AI. Do you remember Clippy from Microsoft Word back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Clippy would just pop up. But imagine like I had like my own version of Miss Minutes, but it was Clippy, and like, but he was like phallic. He's like, make sure to ask her if she's a lesbian. Ask Frankie about Path of Exile pussy. See, the thing is, I do have that.
Clippy.
Yeah, I do have pervert Clippy, but he's in my head. I just wish he was actualized. Oh,
Get medication for that.
Medication. Frankie.
Oh shit! What's up, man?
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you enter the stream, Frankie.
Hi, Frank.
Hello.
Frankie, you haven't had intercourse, and you know who else hasn't had intercourse either? Link Tuts. Link Tuts is a French Canadian, and he's never penetrated a woman with his member. But we were talking about this earlier.
Shit.
And you know what I said? I said, yeah. I said,
Michael has to fucking fully explain it.
Yeah,
the fucking whole process.
I said, no, I said, you know what, dude? It's fucking dope. You know, that's a lot of hype, and it's cool and all, but it's so far in the totem pole of like stuff that makes a person a good person. It's like, it's not even top 5. It's like, I started talking about how I went to a funeral. A family member passed last couple weeks back from COVID, and their funeral was on last Friday. And there are all these people I know who just like, who impromptu. Like there was like 1 or 2 like written out speeches, and like somebody sung even. But like then the pastor or the priest, the father, was like, does anybody want to say some words? And like people couldn't wait to tell stories about how generous and how kind and how giving this person was. It made me think like, oh man, not one person was like, man, they fucked like crazy. Oh my goodness. Or like, and the other thing I said was like, you know, when you're celebrating historical figures that accomplished so much, like Abraham Lincoln or Martin Luther King Jr., nobody's ever like talking about how much pussy they did or did not get. No.
That'd be taboo.
But even, but like,
people want to, you know, you want to talk about it. It's just,
I mean, yeah, sure. But I mean, it comes out with some people, like Thomas Jefferson. You knew he had jungle fever, or John F. Kennedy Jr. That guy was fucking everything in Hollywood, and like, you know, he was banging Marilyn Monroe in like the fucking Oval Office on the desk. But like, aside from like those anecdotes, it's rare that that's brought up, because it really, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter. Bardwa says, it looks like you're trying to ask a new viewer a very personal question. Try. It looks like you're trying to ask a new viewer a very personal question. Try bringing their race into the convo. They definitely talk about that with Ben Franklin and Genghis. Was Ben Franklin a pussy hound? I didn't know that.
Why he's on the 100, man.
I heard blob and I thought people were I heard blob and I thought people were talking about me. Then I realized Bale wasn't here. Oh, because he calls you Blob Ross? Oh,
Bob Ross.
yeah.
So stupid.
You just tickled Bonham.
I love it. Oh man. No, it's the little things.
Yeah. All right, so we got it. Blob is very heterosexual, and a few people in the chat. I wouldn't be surprised if there are some other people in the chat that haven't had intercourse yet. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some asexual folk in the crowd. Hey, John, what's up, man?
John Amore.
John Amore's here. John, you wild Filipino. What's up? What's up, buddy?
So Michael.
Yes.
What did you think? What did you think of the finale of Loki? Then
I loved it, man. I thought
it was good as well.
It cinched.
Think of a season 2.
I'm hoping season 2.
Are you gonna spoil anything? So I
oh. Ooh.
Oh,
no. We'll stop talking about it.
Well, not anymore, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll stop talking about it.
I will say that I enjoyed it, and it made it tied the season. It tied the season together for me. So, by that I mean, I was disappointed by WandaVision, the finale, and I was disappointed by the Falcon and Winter Soldier finale. They both kind of left me wanting more or less, But Loki, I think elevated the rest of the show and made me really curious about the next season, what they're going to do.
Yeah, but it does make you
Meow, meow,
think,
pussy
okay,
mix.
there has to be like a next season.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, they said everybody's saying that Loki's going to show up. The next time we see Loki, he's going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in March.
That'll be pretty cool.
Which explains, which is very, makes sense.
Alright, you guys, I'm gonna leave you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Valeria. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Have a good rest of your night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
So is Path of Exile your favorite game, Frankie?
It was.
Until?
I'm on the fence though, with these recent patch notes.
Oh no. What did they do?
They've changed certain things and are making the campaign a lot harder. But it's not as much for like my own thought process. I just feel as if they're making the game even more harder for any new players trying to get in.
Oh, that sucks. Because I'd imagine just getting in alone. I remember Bonham when Eric would just start playing Path of Exile. There was a fucking learning curve, man. I remember him talking with you about it.
For me, it took me like 400 hours before I knew what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
But I just kept fucking persisting with it. So it's like, I understand why they're doing it, right? But at the same time, there's all these elements within the game already that if they make it harder, it's just going to like compound on top of a brand new player than it already has.
Well, yeah, right? And yeah,
But,
if you don't... Oh, sorry, go on.
But Path of Exile has always been like, it's up there, but it's one of those games where like you'll invest a lot of time in it, then completely burn out in it, and then you'll come back like 3, maybe 6 months later. It is a great game. It's just it's becoming a bit of a job in the sense of the amount of time you have to invest in it.
Yeah, man. Actually, there have been games in the past that I've stopped playing because it became job-like. Red Dead Redemption 2, multiplayer, Destiny. I remember at one point Destiny felt like it was a fucking grinding simulator.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. And the second a game becomes like a grueling work-like task where I just gotta sign in and do everything, like it loses the fun, and I just like it's like, okay, now I gotta grind for these resources so I could do this for the day to get my daily like whatever. At that point, I'm like, I start to check out and I'm on to something else.
What was I going to say? So because you were talking about AI earlier, like I was wanting to say this, but I was waiting to come into the voice chat to say there's a video online I was sitting watching, and it was about FPS, like competitive FPS shooters, and there's a new like machine learning cheat system that's been released.
Oh, for consoles, right?
And it's for everything. It's completely undetectable because of the way they've done the machine learning.
Dude, I saw that.
And it looks actually nuts how bad
Dude,
it is.
I saw one for the console. God, I forget what the fucking website was, but what you do is you fire up a program, and the program captures your data. It calculates the data, and then through your scope will auto shoot targets that run past you at at an incalculable human speed. Like you won't even see, the gun fires and the person is dead before you even saw them run across your screen. It's I've seen it. I've watched footage of snipers doing it, And it's just like somebody peeks their head out for like an infinitesimal amount of time. Here, it goes like this. Somebody's like peeking, that's like a head peek. It just goes like boop, boop. But imagine them doing it lightning fast. Like, just like boom, boom, just a quick check, boom, boom. But in that quick check, boom, boom, the machine, again, our senses, we can only work so fast. But a machine, they've already, as they've gone out and back in, the machine is pinpointed where they are, got a headshot, and it's over. And none of it has to do, it doesn't change the game code. It watches and learns the game itself. And then it monitors the movement of the players. And it'll auto shoot for you as these people run across your screen. It's insane.
Is this new type of like when they get further into AI, like learning like that, when like FPS is fucking finished.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The other thing is the video that I was watching for was for console. Like it was somebody had hooked up their PlayStation 4 or 5, had hooked it up to an Elgato, like I have, like a Elgato capture card, and then it was running it through the capture card through the program. And the program was just working. It was just working. I'm trying to find. I had actually found the website because I was like,
because that was always going to get to the point where like cheats were basically going to be like the person could literally put their controller down or their keyboard and mouse down and the fucking thing did it all for them.
Yeah, but
there was another interesting video I was watching. It was about they were interviewing a Tarkov cheater, and he makes like, so there's an in-game marketplace, right, where you buy and sell guns and armor and like quest items and stuff, right? So this guy's making like $1,000 a month selling these for real money.
Holy shit.
He says you could make. He says if you like no-lifed it, you could probably make like several things. And if you set up if there was like a group of you doing it, like 4 or 5 of you could probably make like nearly like 10 grand a month.
Jesus Christ. FaZe gamers do know about those aimbots. Destiny is so much grinding. Hey Johnny Amore. John Amore plays Overwatch. I've actually found online cheats for Overwatch. Because I was curious. I'm like, because I could have sworn there was one time I was playing Overwatch, and this is years ago at this point, but there was a fucking McCree on the other team that was as good as some of the best Call of Duties you'd ever see, Call of Duty players you ever saw. This guy was like doing like fucking like McCree. This guy got McCree to do like fucking like long distance fucking 360 no scopes with that fucking shitty revolver from like across the map. Like he was making impossible shots. I was like, who? I'm like, either I've come across the fucking best McCree of all time, or something's fucking awry. You know, something's fucking amiss. So I'm like, let me Google just to see if these things exist, because I'm like, who the fuck is gonna cheat on Overwatch? So, but like, I literally just Googled Overwatch like aimbot, and sure enough, dude, I found like 5 different sites that were like Overwatch aimbot. Like, yo, you want auto aim on Overwatch? We could do it. You just gotta do this.
Yeah.
But you know, you gotta pay money, right? You gotta like, you gotta pay for the program, and it's all these cheats. They're all subscription based, so it's all like you gotta pay. And I think the Overwatch one, because I was curious to see like how much every game charges. So like they had like Battlefront and Battlefield and Call of Duty and Overwatch and like Apex, every fucking first-person shooter you could think of. But like, dude, it was like they were like, all right, yeah, $40 or $50 a month.
Yeah, because most of them are based around like how long you can keep them active before that account gets banned.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really what it's all kind of revolves around.
There's a fucking aimbot that lets you headshot Ryan whenever his shield is down, no matter how small the interval. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, but like that's what it was. Like this McCree was just like fucking headshot. I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, listen, I know like McCree, some McCree players are like really, really good, but there's like that really good McCree player, and then there's like this impossible god of Overwatch that I was playing against, and I was like, this is bullshit, man. This guy's a better shot than fucking Widowmaker. Like, this guy's like nailing people across the map. Go fuck yourself. No fucking way. So yeah. So if that ever happens to you in Overwatch, especially now that crossplay is there, I wouldn't be surprised if people were. Listen, man, if you got a full-time job, you could afford you could afford to piss away $50 to be an asshole on Overwatch to piss people off. If Twitter has taught me anything, it's that people don't mind spending money to be a dickhead.
If Twitter's taught me anything, don't socialize.
Yeah, don't talk to other people.
Once I've burnt out on PoE, I might play the Final Fantasy MMO.
Ooh, dude, I heard people have gone there. There's been a mass exodus from World of Warcraft to.
No wonder. The fucking like the story's like non-coherent and fucking WoW.
Yeah, no, I heard. What's that guy's name? Asmongold. He led he led the exodus.
Did he had like? Well, he had like. I think he had like when he did it day one. I think he had like 200,000 people watching him fucking playing Final Fantasy.
Holy shit, man!
Crazy. How much is that game?
Wait a minute, I'll tell you. So for the base online starter edition, it's $9.99. That's UK pounds. And then I think it's like 10. I think it's the same price as WoW in the sense of a month per month. But they do like they give you like when you buy it, you get a full 30 days free to play as soon as you buy the starter edition. Because I played it before, and I was enjoying it, but I can't remember. It must have been something else that came out, and I'd stopped playing it during my free trial. I was enjoying it though, but like, did you not see like what happened because of like the mass exodus that happened?
Yeah,
it's the first digital game to sell out.
Wait. Final Fantasy sold out digitally?
Digitally, they had to stop selling it because the servers are all nearly completely maxed out.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What the fuck?
They can't keep up with demand.
Jesus Christ, man.
I would think there would be a little bit higher on the Twitch ranks.
It probably is at certain times. There's, like the European servers are like apparently nearly completely full, and I think there's a lot of European streamers that stream it. So it's like at this time it's 4 AM, so there'll not be many people on.
Dude, who would have thought GTA 5 would still be like going strong?
After all these years, man.
I'm going to be honest with that. It's RP that's kept.
Oh yeah,
that, I think.
But like that's what I mean.
RP's literally dragged it through the fucking.
Like, dude, like there's like people who are like fucking diehard GTA RPers. Like they fucking like it's their life on there.
I bet in college streams GTA RP.
Who?
Pardon my ignorance. What's RP?
One of my friends from college, he streams GTA RP.
Role playing.
He's a cop in one
role
of those
playing.
servers.
It's called.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But like people like, when I say it, like they are serious about their GTA RP, man. They go full clip. They've got mods to sell it. It's fucking crazy, man. People love it. It makes like who's it? Take-Two?
Makes Rockstar, so I don't know.
No, alright, Rockstar.
Take-Two, but I think Take-Two are the company that owns Rockstar. Like, That's why that's like the way GTA's ended up is the reason that they've not really like pushed heavy development into like into Red Dead. Because see if GTA wasn't as good, you'd have seen like actual DLC for Red Dead and like better multiplayer stuff for Red Dead, because like Red Dead is a good game, man, but it's just like I just feel as if they completely left it by the wayside as soon as they realised they were making an absolute unbelievable amount of money from GTA Online.
Yeah, most of those peeps from the company segmented, and they created their own little small companies. So there's going to be a lot of like GTA clone games from former programmers and creators from those properties.
Yeah. The one game though that looks pretty interesting from like what you're saying is that there was an exodus from Blizzard, Riot, and I can't remember what the other company was. It might have been Epic. They made a company and they're making an MMO which looks pretty decent so far from what they've shown of it. It's like it's going to be like it's going to be like somewhere between like some sort of like fantasy MMO like Final Fantasy or like WoW, but it's more like aimed towards like kind of like a Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. So it's not going to be about like combat. It's going to be like about like there's going to be combat in it, but its main focus is like community building. So it looks pretty. I think it looks pretty interesting.
Oh shit! The Diablo season is the same day as PoE. That's crazy. Why would they do that?
I've just completely lost interest in Diablo. The only time I'll ever play Diablo is the PTR because they up all the drop rates.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'll ever play fucking Diablo. But like, see, regardless of how good Diablo 4 is going to be, I just feel as if all they've done leading up to Diablo 4 is shoot themselves in the foot when they just like kind of like threw Diablo 3 by the wayside.
Yeah, I think their golden goose is going to be the remaster.
Yeah, I think it will be as well. Because I don't know, like I do think some of these changes are going to be either the changes they're making at the moment to PoE means PoE 2 is a lot closer than what everybody thinks it is, or they're moving too quickly and slowing down the game for PoE 2, and it's potentially going to like disenfranchise a lot of people, and they're all going to play Diablo 2.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're going to play regardless.
Yeah, I think no, they definitely will regardless, but just I'm more meaning like the amount of people that will probably play, because I reckon that they'll try and get a league out roughly about the same time as Diablo 2 Remastered.
Yeah. That's day one for me for sure when that comes out.
Yeah, that's the day one for me as well. Especially especially with what they're setting up for it. Have you seen what they've said what they're going to do with Diablo 2 Remastered? Like it's going to have like full mod support day one. So like all the mods that have been made for Diablo 2 will be like accessible probably within like the first month of release.
Oh, that's insane.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
There's like amazing mods for Diablo 2. Like there's one of them that's like set up like PoE's like endgame, like the map, the atlas and stuff. So it's so fucking good.
Yeah, I remember grinding Diablo 2 in high school in like web design class, like crazy.
How rude!
So fun.
How dare you!
It was like we called it a web design class. Like we did learn some HTML coding, but the teacher was just kind of like,
do whatever
we're
the
a
fuck
good
you
class. We could do whatever we wanted. Yeah. Played Unreal Tournament and Diablo 2.
Holy shit, the Unreal Tournament.
Damn, dude.
The
I haven't,
first one was so fucking good.
haven't even thought about Unreal in 10 years.
Epic won't fucking make another Unreal tournament until they've got fucking Fortnite fucking filling their coffers.
Yeah, no, Fortnite. Is Fortnite still going strong?
I think so, yeah. Because like that's the thing that has to be, because like there's so many kids in my work that have got like Fortnite lunch boxes and fucking all that kind of stuff.
Oh
so,
man,
it definitely is. But that's a good thing though, because like see the difference in quality between Unreal Engine 4 and what the demos and stuff they showed for Unreal Engine 5. Like all that money is going straight into the engine, so it looks fucking amazing. Like, and there's from the videos I've watched from like the changes from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5, like they're really like upping their game for like ease of access and usability for like new people coming into development. So like that's I feel as if that's only a great thing. Like, yeah, we all shit on Fortnite, but like if it's making like if it's going to make the next gen like better than
right,
all previous gens, I'll happily accept that.
Listen, somebody's got to pay the bill, right?
Yeah.
Let the youngsters and their parents pay for progress for the rest of us, so we reap the benefits.
Because Epic were in a bit of a, I would say, a slight bad way before Fortnite came out, because like, they'd put everything into a MOBA game. Oh my god, what was the name of it? It was just before like Fortnite exploded.
I have no idea. I didn't even know about Epic before Fortnite.
Yeah, Epic made a MOBA game, which was actually pretty good, but it just never got like the same. It never got any retention, so it gets as soon as like Fortnite exploded, they just cancelled the project. The funny thing was as well, see, before Fortnite became like the battle royale, it had like a
PUBG.
No, like before Fortnite became Fortnite, right? And the battle royale and all that, it came out as a not a single. I don't think it was a single player / co-op, like survival game.
Yeah.
And you had to fight fucking zombies and stuff like that.
What the fuck?
And then as soon as like the battle royale like exploded, right? Just after that they shut that down and just put everything into the free to play battle royale. Because I always remember, because it was like when it first came out, right? They had like the packs, like founders packs, set up within the options menu for, right, you've bought this, but you can be a founder for the battle royale.
Nice.
And it was like fucking $60 skins and stuff.
Damn, yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, that's what funds the game.
Yeah.
Free to play. I mean, you should see the supporter packs for PoE. They're like in the hundreds.
Yeah. But their supporter pack system's the best out of any of them, though, I feel. Because it's like, you're getting that, but you're also getting currency towards like buying other stuff.
John Moore wants to know if it's Paragon.
Oh yeah, it's Paragon. Yeah, that was it.
Never heard of it.
Dude, that was honestly such a good game. I played it for a couple of weeks, and then kind of got bored of it, because like some of the lobbies just weren't filling with players. So it was like MOBAs are trash when fucking you can't get a full lobby.
I never MOBA'd before. I never played Dota or League, so
League is. I played like League 5 years ago, and then I just stopped, because like League is such a fucking toxic game.
Oh man, you mean the players are just shits?
Yeah, because the problem with games like that, right? Specifically League of Legends, right? You'll start a match, right?
Yeah.
And then if even like the smallest thing goes wrong, right? Say somebody dies, right? Everybody starts fucking arguing with each other. That was the vast majority of games I ever played. And then somebody would go fucking full tilt, and like just like start fucking killing themselves against the enemy team to like feed the enemy team. And the biggest problem with that was like you could only surrender at the 20-minute mark. Like you could only like end, like if you wanted to fucking end the game as quick as possible, you had to. You could only surrender at the 20-minute mark. So like this would, most of the time they would just fucking drag on, and everybody's fucking like arguing in the fucking in the corner of the fucking screen in the text chat. But I just fucking couldn't be bothered with it anymore. I think that's when that's roughly when I get into Destiny. Just after that. Dude, I fucking love Destiny 1. Destiny 2 was a fucking absolute fucking shit show.
I skipped Destiny 2. Let's see. I mean, League is fun with good friends, but when you play with some randoms, it's a bad dice roll. Yeah, I had a feeder last game yesterday. What's a feeder? What does that mean?
Feeder's someone that like just goes and kills themselves to the enemy team, like, so they'll, like, if there's a person in the same lane as them, they'll just constantly die until they're no longer giving that person XP, and also that means that person's can literally like walk into another lane and just destroy anybody that's in another lane.
What the fuck?
Because he's so overpowered.
So petty.
Yeah, that's like the worst people were the ones that did it in ranked.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
A nightmare.
They were the worst.
Oh, Frankie, do you by any chance have an extra badge of the Brotherhood amulet?
Is that a... I don't know what he's talking about.
What's up?
Is that a big... Did he ask you for something important?
Yeah, it's a really fucking expensive item.
Yeah.
And it's probably... Well, actually, I don't think it will get more expensive. Like, because they're pretty much like bricking every fucking item in the game in the next fucking league. So, it might not be fucking expensive after next week.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I thought it was gonna go. Well, the price fluctuated when the servers came back on, but it was still a little rich for my blood.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually just like liquefy most items apart from what was actually on my character after the league finishes, and just like build up my currency. Because like, have you seen some of the alt art stuff?
The what?
Have you seen a lot of the alt art items?
No.
So there's alt arts for the vast majority of the items in the game, but they're like, because of like how rare they are, they're like two like can be anywhere between a mirror and like 10 mirrors for them.
Jeez.
Because most of them you got from, like, so back in the day there was a lot of racing, like when in the earlier days of PoE. They still do their races now, but like it was like non-stop back in the day. So like they made loads and loads of like alt arts, and whoever came in the top like 5 would get one. And some of them are so fucking sick looking.
Yeah, holy shit, wait. Somebody's selling a badge for 17 chaos. Let me see if this is not fake.
To be honest, Destiny 2's designs are horrible, nothing like the first game. They fed my lane, didn't even say anything to them. The jungler said something she didn't like and she just ran down my lane. I don't know what the fuck any of that means. That sounds like gibberish to me. But
Destiny 2's biggest problem was, right, before it came out, was they designed it, instead of like getting like a lot of information, right, from like the veteran players that loved the game, right?
Yeah.
They went away and got a lot of information from people that never played the game, and it was like, what would make you play Destiny?
Oh,
kind
fuck.
of deal. Right. So that's so vanilla Destiny 2 was an absolute dumpster fire, because it was like endgame practically didn't exist. PvP was the worst fucking PvP I can remember ever playing. So the way PvP was set up was like the time to kill, like for you to kill someone, right?
Yeah.
So the way it worked was like the only way you could really like be good and like actually like was you had to be always at the hip with someone else. In
Oh
your
shit.
team.
What the fuck?
Because that was the only way you could really get a decent like time to kill with your weapon. And it was horrible. It was fucking horrible. And so the first expansion came out, it was terrible. There was they added some of the guns were good in the first expansion, but like it didn't add anything to the narrative. It didn't really bring anything new to the balancing of the game. And then the second expansion came out, that was actually a lot better, but not by much. But then it was like the main big expansion, which was like the equivalent of. What did you play up to in Destiny 1?
Me, I played up until the first or second DLC. So like there was like that with like the Wolf King DLC, and then there was like another one.
Oh, the House of Wolves one.
Yeah, I played that, and I played another one, and I just kind of lost interest. But
yeah.
Listen, I'm one of the minorities, but I fucking really liked Peter Dinklage as that little fucking what the fuck, the little Wayfinder thing.
I prefer them to Nolan. Is it Nolan North that was his replacement? I liked it as well.
What is this? I can be Danny. Hello, I can be Danny. Welcome. We're just talking about. Well, we started talking about Destiny 1 for some reason. Look, we got raiders. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Danny, and welcome, Danny gang. Welcome, Hartley, Blobby, Unemployment. Howdy. Hi. I don't know if you're aware of who I am, but I'm just a humble comic art illustrator. My name is Michael DiNicola. I draw primarily digitally. I draw a combination of superheroes, superheroines, and this is a character my friend Eric Canetti made. This is one of his original characters from the upcoming graphic novel series, the creator-owned graphic novel series, soon to be Indiegogo campaign arc Athena. Oh, here's a sexy lady. Here's a sexy lady light study. I did using a reference. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Pale. Thank you for the follow, Rick. Thank you for the follow, Hartley. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
This one came out real nice, man.
Here's a Loki that I've got to fix. I got to fix his posture a little bit. He's a little too hunched for my taste. But yes, here's a Loki. Oh, somebody subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, Sarah. Oh, here's a study I did, a fabric study, a super quick fabric study I did. On Loki. Yeah, I love me some. I don't know, man. If you don't know, for the Shield is a dead giveaway. I'm a big fan of the MCU and DC stuff as well. It's not like I'm just a here's Harley Quinn. It's not like I'm hardcore one or the other, but you know, I just love all comic book nerddom. But yeah, that's what I do. Either I'm thank you, Sarah, and again, nobody. If you are the Sarah, you don't have to fess up to who you are, so you don't dox yourself. But I know people use their real names. Oh, this is my friend Corey, who's a mailman. Here's something. This is a quick doodle. This is like a super quick cartoony doodle. My friend Corey is a mailman in rural Virginia, and he doesn't have to wear a uniform. I grew up in New York City my whole life, and every mailman or mailwoman here, they've got to wear the uniform, man. They got the little shorts with the socks. They got the little hat. They got them like neatly pressed shirts. But if you're a rural mail person, you wear whatever the hell you want. You don't drive a mail truck. You drive your own car. They reimburse you for gas and whatever. And yeah, you're like a freelance contractor for the government. So anyway, so I'd imagine this is what my friend Corey wears while he's delivering mail. Anyway, So I draw all kinds of stuff, but usually it's sexy ladies. It's sexy ladies or comic book nerd stuff. That's kind of my wheelhouse. Those two things. My 4-year-old sang "Smash Their Heads" yesterday. What's that, Scott? All uniforms, Pale Brew. Where are you from? So neat. What was hey, enough about me.
Bang, bang, you're the best.
Thank you, Akuma. I could be Danny. What were you working on today? Guys, tell me, give me that Danny scoop. Tell me what Danny was up to. I want to hear it all.
Bang, bang, you're the best.
Give me that Danny. Give me that Danny scoop. Danny was painting good. I believe it. I know he was, that handsome devil. I'm jealous of Danny's facial hair. I'll tell you that much. Painting good with Danny. You know what? I'm just gonna peruse their VOD. God, man, look at this. What beautiful eyes. Look how big his pupils are too. Hey guys, is Danny's pupils always that large? Now is Danny on medication, or do his pupils just look big? Because I know some people.
Man.
I know some people who are on medication. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I thought I was following you. Well, I sure am following you now. Notifications on too. I'm leaving that bell checked. Handsome. Sexy. Look at that fucking booty, dude. Look at that sex appeal. Jeez. Hey, Eric, do you think people jerk off to this guy's stream? I bet they do.
Let me pull it up.
Another one of those sticking out questions.
I bet they do.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I bet. You know what the thing about Danny is? Danny has unisexual appeal. So I'm talking guys, girls, theys, thems, non-binary people, demisexuals, pansexuals, not asexuals, but I'm sure one or two probably almost got caught in his web of sex. Look at that. Look at that butt play. He just touched his buns. Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Intersexual people as well, manipulating their genitals during this stream. Believe it. All right, I gotta shut this off before I get aroused. This is a, jeez, Louise, a smoke show. Here. All right, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around, and thank you for the raid, Danny. I thought I could have sworn I was following you already. I was painting good, a little show where I walk you through a painting and sip style painting. It's a bad Coke addiction, Diet Coke. I told you, bend over. Yeah, we kind of talk about everything here. We're very sex positive here, guys. All sex. Gay, straight, other, whatevs. Hey guys, how does Danny deal with the people being attracted to him? How does he tell you guys no?
No.
Danny, how do you let them down? When they're like, ooh, God, I want a piece of that Danny. Gimme. Mama hungry for Danny.
Jesus Christ, Michael.
Loves it.
I don't. I've never heard a no from Danny. Okay. You know what? Here are the Danny rules.
Rule number 1, do what you want. Rule number 2, no means yes and yes means harder.
Michael, make death. Michael, make death. I don't know what that means, Russian friend? Slavic friend? But welcome over on YouTube.
Michael, make death.
What? That's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. I don't know what that meant. Hang on. I gotta screen. I like Lady Death? I've drawn Lady Death before as a commission for my friend Bard Ross.
Cool, make that. I just saw it on YouTube.
I'm gonna put this in Google Translate and see what pops up. Michael, make FNF boyfriend. What's FNF mean?
What the fuck is that translation?
Simeon Jurin.
Pog you. Lady Death? Friday Night Funkin'. Who is this guy? How'd you find my channel? Welcome, new person, and thank you again, Danny. So sweet, so kind, so sexy, so talented.
I think it's John and Moore's alt account.
You know, John Moore, this sounds like him. This sounds like his handiwork, 100%. This has got John Moore written all over it. Oh, by the way, I am drawing. I'm drawing the character of Planet Tina from a couple of weeks ago episode of Rick and Morty. She's a goof on Captain Planet. That was surprisingly fun.
Did you catch this week's episode?
Was this week the one with the horse people and the alien sperm?
No, that was last week.
No, I didn't watch. All right, I didn't see the newest one yet.
It's probably my favorite one. It's so funny.
The horse people and the animals, the giant sperm, giant incest baby, space baby, was maybe one of the fucking weirdest ones yet.
Just come back to fucking incest, baby. I was like, whoa.
What? I wish I was.
They went deep this year.
They went crazy. You know, the decoy episode is one of my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
The what they call the Asimov Cascade.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought that was like so heady, and I was like, how the hell did they figure this out in the writers' room? You know? Could you imagine trying to draw that on a blackboard or like a whiteboard, like all the different iterations and like how far, like all the different branches into branches into branches?
Yeah, it's probably chaos. I mean, usually a director's room with the storyboarders is just riddled with iterations and sketches of what they're thinking about. So I could only imagine.
I wish I was Friday Night Funkin'. Scott.
Alright, boys, it's nearly 5 AM, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Holy crap.
Oh, shit. Have a good night, man.
Good night, boys.
Did you like the Planet Tina episode?
Yeah, I did.
Me too. I found it surprisingly touching, the ending.
I'll wait till you watch the next 2 episodes. There's actually another episode that leaked that I ended up watching.
Oh shit.
It actually leaked on YouTube of all places.
How the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know how they got it.
Good night, Frankie. Yeah, good night, Frankie. Our favorite Scotsman. Our beautiful Scottish Rose. Sexy, incredible Frankie. You know what? My legs are getting a little tired. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Hey, Bonham, anybody you think we should host?
Who's on? Check my list.
No comic book artists that I see are on.
Let's see.
Do you know anybody?
Yeah, I got a few.
It's almost 12, but I'm a follow. I just joined. You seem nice and chill. Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. This is generally pretty chill. I'm kind of a chill dude. I don't generally get too crazy. I know the audience, the community is going to call me a liar. It's mostly chill. Every now and then we get very rowdy. But it's from a chill place. If that makes any sense.
You should host this dude, Calvin. He does some spicy drawings.
Let's see.
Where's your Twitch? And he's a cool dude. He's funny and sarcastic.
Calvin Sims. I thought you fucking liar. Link Tuts, where's Volpsy? Oh, this guy's good. Yeah. I'll host this guy. This guy seems like the real deal. You guys, come with me. Come over to raid this person that I've never met before. Oh wait, yo, Bonham, you ever watch the show I Think You Should Leave?
No, what's that?
Dude, it's a sketch comedy. I think it's really fucking weird, but it's so like absurdist funny. I think you'd like it. She ain't streaming tonight. Well, what's she doing then, Link Tuts? You're Volpsy's owner. What's your property doing? Wait, did I do it right? Wait, hold on. I don't see the raid thing going off.
You did it wrong.
Wait, what did I do wrong? Isn't it it's / raid, right?
Oh, you don't use your raid click buttons on your dashboard?
I usually just / it. It says I have a raid in progress, but I don't see the button. Do you guys see the button?
Mm-mm.
She's
saying
saying
your raid has been canceled.
Wait, what? Hold up. What the? Hey, Sonny boy. Hold the front door. What the fuck? Alright, let me try this again. Guys, we're gonna figure this out. What the hell? Guys, trust me, I'm a professional Twitch streamer. You know, this is probably why I'm not a partner. Alright. Raid Calvin Sims. You already have a raid in progress, it says. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
What the hell?
Try on the raid button on your dashboard.
This is so weird. Can you guys see a raid happening? A variant. Oh, thank you for partnering me in your heart. All right, here I'm going to my dashboard. God damn it, Twitch! You're embarrassing me in front of the new people. I'm going to my dashboard. Let's see, clips. Hey, where's the raid button on the old dash?
There should be like a list of commands.
Up, and my Twitch dashboard appears to be frozen. I can't scroll. Start a watch party. Raid a channel. All right, here I've clicked the button. Here we go. Calvin Sims. Clicking. Start raid. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Try running that quick action again later. Dude, I gotta...
You're not meant to raid today.
Dude, look at this. Hang on. I just want to show you guys. Since you know I'm not bullshitting. This is literally what popped up. This is literally what popped up when I try to raid him. I try to raid him the old-fashioned way. Calvin Sims. Start raid. Something went wrong. We're just gonna have to. You know, here. I'm just gonna host him. I'm just gonna host him.
Why do you host?
I'm gonna follow him, and then I'm gonna host him in 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Bonham. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you, Val. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny's friends.